Howdy, everyone. Now, this is a follow-up stream to my previous Studying Love Notes for TLC stream. We have to follow up on actually some of her videos, as there are part 2s to a few of them. And we need to see at least one more that I think is absolutely hilarious, of her being arrested in the shower. Now, I do plan to make a return to proper investigating at some point, but I'm searching for a good victim. I need someone worthy and worthy of actual challenge. You know, all of these lolcows lately have been rather boring, unable to actually fight back. I want someone who will challenge me. Then I can make art of them and add them to my collection. Hello, Roger. Hello, bum number 1. Who are the heads on the strings? They're various people. Some of them I haven't actually covered, but they are. I'm gonna make it a challenge. Figure out who they are. Actually, that sounds like a good idea. But that's been my my little live stream thing for the longest time, back to the deity days. So think about it. That should help you narrow it down some. So the first video I would like to cover is this one. Arrest of a disabled citizen for suffering through a panic attack and not being able to comply. Now, her titles are absolutely ridiculous. This is obvious attention-seeking behavior. She's trying to make this go viral, like she wants to be famous. Now, her initial reason for her YouTube channel was to have basically a vlog, a catalog for her daughter to go through. Now, why is she making titles like this to get all this fame, to have more problems for her channel? Doesn't make much sense to me.
They're not calling an ambulance. Of course they don't want me here. I need to see my child. I have 5 years without her. I breastfed my child. I fed her an organic diet. They ripped her away. She's 9 years old tomorrow. Her birthday is tomorrow. Why do you think I'm freaking out like this? And I'm on my menses. I'm not okay. And no, there's been plenty of ways to go about it, sir. But I am notifying everybody civilly. I am okay. In that sense, I am not going to let these people walk all over me and remove my child over a piece of paper. That is not okay. It is not okay. I didn't go to the divorce hearing because that man manipulated me. He was sleeping with me for 2 months after the divorce. You tell me that's not psychological distortion? Yeah, of course, but no one has anything to say about that, do they? Nobody has anything to do to help me in this instance, to help me and the people that are actually traumatized from everything. It's not okay.
Okay, are you ready?
I might need an ambulance.
For what?
Because I suffer from PTSD and I'm having...
Now, if you remember in the first video, she was super aggressive, even started to badmouth the cop when they approached. Now she's all panicky. Total shift. It's all an act.
A panic attack right now.
Okay.
This is not okay. This is not okay. 5 years without my kid is not okay.
You gotta go through the court to get that back.
And that's what everyone says. But if you gave birth and somebody removed them and left you with loaded guns and everything, wanted you to look crazy, it's not. That's why I'm disabled. And this is the first time I've ever been here. So this is why I recorded it. I recorded the entire interaction and how my child is living.
Showing up to his house is not how you get your kid back.
Oh, I know, honey. I know. That's why the 5 years. I know. Believe me. That's why I make sure to get all this on video, because when I called the police 7 years ago, when his family physically assaulted me, you know what they did? They arrested me, and they didn't arrest the family.
You're arrested right now.
You can't arrest me.
Now, considering how aggressive she seems, how much do you want to bet that she instigated that conflict, and that's why the family got away with it? Welcome, Ghost of Stacy Papolina.
I'm a
can't
disabled
arrest you.
citizen suffering from a PTSD attack right now.
I
And I
arrest
need
you
an
for
ambulance.
trespassing.
This is not technically trespassing if you're
Technically,
here.
it is.
If I pull down there and still have my panic attack or crash my vehicle, that's on you because I had to move
As
my
of right
vehicle.
now, you're having
It's
a full
true.
conversation with me. You're breathing. You're
That
talking,
doesn't
you're not
matter.
having
Oh, did you hear that cop? Right now you're having a full conversation. You're breathing just fine. She seems kind of educated here. I don't know if this is such a good idea. You see that the dude cop was being super chill with her. Now this woman cop, like, clearly she's playing the bad cop here.
You don't know me personally, woman. I'm sorry. It's true. It's true.
Get out of his driveway.
Okay. And if I end up hitting something by moving this vehicle because I'm not supposed to be operating, I haven't had my medicine today. I haven't had.
Here if you're not supposed to be operating a vehicle.
She almost got herself in trouble with that one.
I have it when I have my panic attacks, ma'am.
You just
Okay.
said you haven't taken your medication today. So
I haven't taken it. What do you mean I haven't? If I haven't taken my medication and I had a panic attack, you must not understand the concept of psychology, do you?
Oh,
I've been in.
I have my master's in psychology, to be honest.
Okay,
with
so
you.
Oh, master's in psychology. Oh boy, I wonder what she's thinking right now, dealing with this woman.
Suffer from PTSD. I'm a homeless disabled citizen because of their actions, because they didn't actually, when everything went down in court, I didn't fight back because I was going through turmoil and I ended up in the psych wards because he told everyone that I was going to murder him. So then he got restraining orders and then he ended up all these things. And now, yeah. And that's why I always need somebody to talk me down. That's why I get these things on recording now, because I need to have the interactions with the officers on film, because that's not okay how they treat me. It's not. Exactly. Because I'm disabled and I need to be handled a little differently than a normal person. Okay? Because after all of the panic attacks.
Driveway multiple
yes, and I'm calming down. I'm sorry. And I don't mean to be loud, but that's what happens. And people don't realize that I've suffered from this for years, and that's why I'm a disabled citizen. And so that's why I get loud. I'm not from here. I'm from Wisconsin. That's why I speak so fast and rapidly. And people think I'm on something, but really it's the fact that I have not had my medicinal marijuana today and haven't been able to calm down because I'm on my menses and my birthday's my daughter's birthday is tomorrow.
Take a deep breath.
My menses. Wow. I can't believe she's just like overshare, that's for sure. And yeah, if you literally keep talking, like everything she says on video from what I've seen has just been her incriminating herself over and over again. Like filming her own evidence. No wonder she's in jail. And yeah, I've been watching some of the Adonis video, but they're so long it's hard to get through them all. I thought about actually just covering it because he seems to have most of the clips, like most of the incriminating clips. We may actually, if we have time at the end, just go through his video just to watch some of these clips, just to see like the fact that she is such a liar.
I want to see my kid after 5 years. Of course you can't. They can, no. These people are demons, though, and that's why I got it on film, to make sure everybody knows who and why and how they live compared to what they've stolen from me.
That in a legal process.
No, I don't.
Yes.
No, I don't. The Lord will find a way.
Because if you show up in this
God
again, I won't even talk to you. I'll just arrest you.
Okay.
Well, Lady Cop is having none of her shit. And wow, she's like trying to go all like pastor on us here. Like none of this is gonna fly. She's pulling out all of the stops.
All right then.
Okay.
Actually, technically, since I
Now keep in mind that this is only 4 minutes and 33 seconds in of a 26-minute video, and that doesn't count all the stuff like at least the 5 or 6 minutes that was in the previous video. So these cops are being overly tolerant. Overly tolerant.
was asked, they have to get the restraining order.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Because for me and the disabled citizen thing, yeah.
You're going to leave here right now.
That's why I have to have
You
people
I'm
speak
taking
to
you
me.
right now for trespassing.
Okay, because I've been sitting here for 10 minutes, so these videos
Because
exist.
He told you to leave before I got here.
He was nice. You're over here trying to demand things of me, and yeah, it makes perfect sense. I'm not supposed to be here. But my
So I
daughter
tried
lives here.
I tried telling, I'm about to make you leave here if you do not pull out of this driveway.
And if I crash into something, ma'am, whose fault is that?
Yours.
Because I'm having a panic attack? Because you wouldn't call an ambulance? Because you
Okay, so
wouldn't do procedure
do you need
well?
an ambulance to be transported to the hospital?
Yes. I don't feel good.
13.
I don't feel good at all.
We have LifeNet come to my location, not emergent.
I don't feel good. I need help moving this vehicle somewhere safe. I'm not okay. That's why I did this today. Because I am not feeling okay. Because I knew that this was coming. I knew that an attempt at suicide was coming again. And I needed to get my emotions out before I tried. This is not okay. To be ripped away from something that you love so much. It's not
They
okay.
get it done correctly through courts.
How? If I suffer from PTSD, you don't understand
Just because
that.
you have a mental disorder does not mean you cannot do a proper court process.
And I've tried to talk to people and they won't help me. They won't give me the money to do it.
Nobody
But
should have to give you the money
I
to do it.
know
That's
that.
your responsibility
That's my
as an adult.
responsibility to get the money that they stole from me in the beginning, to
Again,
get that
your
back
responsibility
so
is
that
to
I
get the
can
money.
go to court and do the filed paperwork again. Oh, that makes perfect sense for someone that gave birth to the child and accidentally signed over rights. I accidentally signed them over, sir. He manipulated me. He lied to me. That's not okay. It's not okay. I'm suffering. I still suffer, and no one is seeing that. I need society to see this. I need everyone to understand. This is not okay.
I was actually gonna read the description real quick because this is relevant, I think. I was stressed and explaining why I was at my ex-husband's house. I went to see my child. I was manipulated into signing over. My ex-husband, Brandon Collins, is a rapist, and his new wife seems to enjoy that about him. This video results in my being carted off to jail. I was dragged across concrete and left with scrapes and bruises because I didn't comply quickly enough for this officer's taste. I'm a homeless, disabled citizen. Due to their former lack of protocol, and now this local judicial system frowns upon me for being disabled and homeless. If they would have arrested the right abusers years ago, which I don't know how that's relevant, I wouldn't be suffering from so many panic attacks or bouts of suicidal ideation. An entire minute was removed at the end, showing how forceful and violent the assault was. Convenient. That's the part you would want to have on video. I was left with bruising around my wrists and cuts all over my arm and feet due to them dragging me across the pavement after my body gave way to their physical assault. I hope she does get out so I can read her novel. I remember that from the last stream. She said she was writing a novel. I'm desperate. I'm desperate. I want to see it. She can write a prison novel, can't you? I've heard of people doing that. Like it's not too late. Let's do it. You could have like a trilogy, and the final book can be like how she's adjusting to life in prison.
Everything that happens is not okay. When they forcibly tell people that are suffering from panic attacks and not able to help them, it's not okay.
Okay. So, you record me all you want. That's your right. I have no problem with that. Are you gonna hurt yourself? Yes or no? It's a simple question.
No.
You're not. So why did you make that remark?
Because I have about 15 suicide attempts under my belt.
So,
and that I've been hospitalized for because of instances like this.
Okay. So are you gonna hurt yourself?
So you failed at suicide 15 times? I mean, I think that's some kind of record.
No.
Okay then. So let's get over that. Okay, let's get over that. Let's not even talk about that.
Okay. All right, sir.
Good. So
right.
now that we understand that.
Right.
Why are you here?
Because tomorrow's my daughter's birthday.
Okay.
And these people keep her from me and kept her from me
Who
for 5 years.
Who are these people? Who are these people?
He did it. He did it.
So why are you at your ex-husband's house? There's other ways to handle this.
I don't know what kind of noises she's trying to make, but that does not sound like a panic attack. That sounds like she's going into like shock or something. Okay, well we'll see. But if she can't keep it up, so she's not about to pass out. Now, if she actually passed out, this would be convincing. But I don't think she's trying to make herself pass out.
Situation rather than showing up, correct?
I've tried for 5 years to talk to them civilly, officer, and they won't allow me to see her. I accidentally signed over the rights in the divorce. I didn't get to.
Also, notice how steady the camera is. I'm just now noticing that. Wouldn't the camera like be shaking? Because like this isn't some like a GoPro style thing. She's holding a phone. Wouldn't it be very shaky? Wouldn't there be like all sorts of bad camera angles? But it's for the most part, it's actually very solid film work here. It's very movie like, cinematic almost.
From her, it wasn't like
But
that.
you understand you can't come here, right?
Now I can't, but I have enough video for everyone to see how trashy my daughter lives now. The overgrown shit, everything all over the place. That's not okay. I used to sanitize everything. I was devoutly religious.
But just
Yeah.
because they don't live up to your expectations doesn't mean the house is trash.
It is trash, sir. I looked around the back. I seen. It doesn't matter.
We debunked that last video that she kept complaining about the yard, but we saw a riding lawnmower right there in the video. They were working on it.
It's expectation. No, it's presumption, right? My presumption is that it's trash.
The law is very black and white.
It doesn't matter. I have enough information to share with the world, share with social media what's going on
You're
here.
trespassing on somebody's property.
And that's fine.
That's
this is only the first time. So it's not like I'm trespassing over and over again.
Okay, so why are you still here then?
Because I had a panic attack.
She also said in the previous video that she was coming back over and over again. So if you already say that you're coming back to the officers, like it's obvious that you're going to be back again.
Okay, so you're.
So I have to talk to you because I have to talk to them.
Because you're over the panic attack?
I don't think so. I'm still trembling.
Okay, then you're going to go to the hospital.
Yes.
Okay.
And I need to move my vehicle, but I don't know how because I'm like I really don't know.
If you move your vehicle, then where are you going to park it? Because if you park it in the street, we're going to tow it. If you leave it on this property, they're going to tow it. So you have two options. You go to the hospital or you drive off. Those are your options.
I don't know if I can drive off. I need like just a couple minutes to get.
I mean, obviously, like this is the part where you drive off. Like even the most out of control person would think this would be the time to drive off. What is she trying to get?
Gather myself, breathe, do deep breathing techniques because that's what happens with PTSD. If I can get a moment to breathe, I'll move the vehicle and I'll get an ambulance to come to me because you're not helping me in that sense. Instead, you're telling me I'm a criminal, which I'm not. And I have not.
Yeah, this is very odd. I've never heard of this happening before where the police just sit here and talk to the trespasser while they're on the property for this long. That's never happened in any time I've ever seen these. I've seen so many police videos where they're dealing with trespassers and whatnot. And 9 times out of 10, they get a few warnings to leave, and after that, they're gone. This doesn't get dragged on for half an hour.
When did the words "you're a criminal" come out of my mouth?
Because you said I was trespassing, and she said that she was going to arrest me for being a criminal for trespassing.
No, she didn't call you a criminal. It's called criminal trespass.
Right. Right.
Okay. It's criminal trespass.
Right.
That means it's a violation of the law.
Yeah.
She's not saying you're a criminal. Okay?
Right.
You have just committed a criminal law.
Well, here's my theory. Maybe they're just having a really slow day, and they've got nothing better to do, and this is their best form of entertainment. Their fun day on the job is to deal with absolutely nutty people like this, kind of like me. That could be it. That could also be it, Ronnie. Now, if the camera wasn't on, what do you think they would be doing? Now, she accuses them of like actually dragging her across the concrete and getting super rough with her once the camera went off. The last minute of footage was lost. So, it's possible.
offense.
Right.
Okay.
That makes perfect sense.
It does.
Right.
So we're not the ones out of line here. Okay. We didn't.
And I'm not the one out of line here either,
then
sir.
You're on somebody else's property, so you are out of line.
I'm actually not out of line.
Then
This man stole from me.
Car out and leave.
This man raped me. Marital rape.
Well, the thing is, whenever I see someone who's such a well-spoken, like a well-spoken crazy person like this, my first thought is like, this is some elaborate, like, performance art troll. But the problem is this stuff in her personal life. So she's somehow, like, she seems coherent, but still is absolutely batty. It's kind of like Queen of Spade in that way. I don't know how she is with text, but I imagine she would be the kind to send you walls of text as well. That you can read them and it's complete sentences. It makes sense, but the things she's saying are absolutely out of this world, nutty, batty, crazy, conspiratorial. Watching her corruption in the U.S. government video was pretty eye-opening. I also heard that she describes herself as a targeted individual, which I know a thing or two about. And I'm not sure if she's a targeted individual. If she's actually being gang stalked by the U.S. government, these police would have already assaulted her at this point. So I think that she's just latched onto that as a form of coping with all her shitty life choices.
And I still haven't gone to jail, to court over it, to put him in jail.
And yet you show up over here.
Yes, because I'm having a panic attack, because tomorrow is her birthday, and because I'm a disabled citizen that suffers from post-traumatic stress, and I'm having my menses right now. Of course, my
PTSD
from his actions, his parents who assaulted me, not here.
No, but she's still talking about him. Actually, I checked on Queen of Spade recently, and pretty much everything she was still doing when I left, she's still doing now. She hasn't changed at all. Now, I want to actually say, out of all the people on YouTube, I think Queen of Spade may be the smartest of us all. Maybe smarter than me and Roger combined. She basically built her entire channel on just spurging out constantly. She's monetized. Now, no one watches the rest of her content, but she has successfully built an entire lolcow channel that was actually had no chance of actually getting off the ground otherwise. And she's managed to remove all her drama videos. So in a way, it's as if it never happened. And all she has to do is make a few posts every now and then, and people will still comment on it. Still sit there and get her spurg outs, which increase it in the algorithm, boosting her channel even more. I think it's all an elaborate hoax for Queen of Spade.
It's his family who assaulted me because I want to see my child. He needs to understand. Yeah, but I don't have the money. He stole the money.
Legal aid.
I called legal aid like 10 times, sir. You know what they won't do? They won't help because she's not technically being abused. I said that's psychological abuse to keep the child away from me.
We don't determine who's.
I will say that these seem like small town cops. Just the way they're acting. Like these aren't the usually the brutal police videos you see are in like higher density areas with population. These seem like some small town, like suburban cops. Like I imagine, like I said, they're sticking around because they're bored and they've got nothing else better to do. So they've got no reason not to sit here and be lenient.
Being abused and who doesn't. That's up for the court system.
That's what I'm saying, sir. So all of this is a loop around for the last 5 years. I've tried to discuss with people. I need help. I need to get back to my child. I need to see her daily. I need to see her around her birthday. I don't know if you're a parent.
I am.
Wouldn't it hurt you to have been kept from your child for 5 years and you're just trying to
I think in her mind that's what she's doing here, Roger.
reach out civilly and these people will refuse you? Isn't that not okay? But I don't have family. I don't have money. So I have no one to fall back on. So who's going to help me, sir? I'm a disabled citizen of the United States of America and no one is helping me.
So what is your disability?
PTSD, bipolar disorder.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you understand.
I do somewhat understand your circumstances. However,
it's not okay.
You're here on somebody else's property.
And I'm calling them out. That's all I wanted was film so that people understood who these.
But
these
you can't come on
trashy
somebody
people
else's
are.
property and film them.
Yeah, I mean, they're just treating her like a child at this point. Like she's some 12-year-old who just stumbled on the property. Now, you can't go on other people's property now. You can't just come on other people's land and call them out. Like, wow. I mean, this woman is in her 30s, by the way, at this point.
Yes, I can. It doesn't. I can still post this stuff. It doesn't matter.
You can post whatever you want.
Exactly.
Yes, I can. No, you can't.
And it's not a violation to go up and take a video.
Somebody else's property, it is. Okay.
I mean, afterward, if they say, yeah, get out of here, but there's always court proceedings for that. I wasn't warned not to come here prior.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is. Okay. There's that catch-22 right there.
But the minute they tell you to leave and you don't leave, it becomes criminal.
Except I can't move my vehicle. It's even running. I can't move it right now because I'm having a panic attack. I knew this would happen. That's why I came here to get it on film.
Actually, that just brought up an idea in my head, Ronnie. When the phone died, they probably took the keys out and then her. Now, she wasn't originally in the vehicle. They told her to get into the vehicle. Now, I don't know if that's such a good idea because there's still a chance she could drive off and skate away and do some damage. You know what I mean? She could just drive straight through the house and try to kill her husband and her ex-husband and his wife that way. So, why? I think the tactic I think that they were trying to go for is that they put her in the vehicle and she's more likely to just leave. But I'm thinking that in her state, you were better off just trying to just keep her out of anything that can actually do any damage. No, keep her away from sharp objects. Don't put her in a vehicle. Don't let her too close to your side so she can't grab your gun. So, I'm not sure if I agree with the police tactics here. But then again, they know little about her. We know more about her because we've watched her channel. She pulls the innocent act as soon as the cop gets close. So, I see it both ways. But right now, she's in a really dangerous position with how unstable she is.
So people saw it.
Attack, you would be like
hyperventilating, which I just did in front of you.
You're talking to me.
That's not true. That's not how panic attacks and all panic attacks work. It's true.
Okay,
My psychologist knows. I've been in therapy since I was 12 years old, and I know my actions and responses. Yes. Yes, I know. I know that. That's why I'm taking it this route and telling social media about this. He just went up and asked if they want to press charges on me.
Now, actually, that made me think of something as well. If she had had 2 arrests before her modern arrest, that's one of the main reasons she was being asked for her ID at the end of the first video that we watched last stream. They were probably trying to get an idea of the kind of person she is. So that way, I bet if they'd gotten these 2 other arrests on here, they'd know automatically, like, all right, don't put her behind the wheel of a car, and we need to get her booked immediately. Especially with a camera on us.
That's the kind of crazy this Hot Springs does. He just went up there to ask them if they would press charges on me because he's not allowing me to finish my panic attack so I can move my vehicle. We're going to get his badge number. That's not okay. I'm not okay. When I go in and out of my bouts of psychosis, and we know because we've had other officers in this instance, we know this, and they don't handle like this because they can't handle like this because I'm not speaking properly. I'm having a panic attack. I'm not articulating my words properly. If this officer maybe helped me move my vehicle and I had some breathing techniques, it might work to move my vehicle down the road and get an ambulance. But they're not helping me. And now you see how they interact with me. Now everyone will see how they interact. That's not okay. When they took me away 7 years ago, I was in...
Yes, I had gotten to that part in the Adonis stuff, actually, where she's talking to her therapist. And I think that man might need his own set of videos. That's for sure. He's a shady figure. And yep, very much so. I think she showed as many receipts as he did, just from the way they interact. Indeed, indeed. It's a big deal.
okay. These people are insane. I don't know why the officers think that they can be so like condescending and demanding when he obviously doesn't have a degree in psychology. He doesn't know. I've had way more information about psychology. That's why I got this on film, so that I didn't have to sit alone and cry about this, so I could get everyone's reaction. I could get everybody in society's reaction. It's not okay. This is not okay. So you went up and asked them if they wanted to file charges? Is that what you did, officer? You went up there and asked them if they needed help and not me?
The conversation between us and them is
Oh no, she overheard. She's got good hearing. Wow. Yep, I'm surprised it took them that long to go up there and ask that. I mean, wow. At this point, they're getting frustrated with her. Oh, hello, Kristen. Welcome to the channel. Well, back to the channel, I mean. Yeah, I don't think she's learned a whole lot in therapy. I'm not sure. It could be lighting. I'm not sure. I don't remember what her eye color is in her normal videos. But we'll see what she looks like in the car. That's the next stream.
between us and them.
Okay, but I got it on film, so it doesn't matter.
That's
so,
fine. You
yeah.
can film whatever you want. Like I said,
I appreciate that you're not helping me.
Has nothing to do with you.
Is that ambulance almost here yet?
He's right there.
I need to speak to the. They can calm me down.
You want to get out and walk down to them?
I
Or you want them
can't.
to come up here to you?
I need them to come to me. I don't feel good. Sometimes I collapse. I can't walk because it all detaches.
Didn't deny you any medical treatment. We got the ambulance here for you.
I don't feel good. You know how I acted. Oh, Mom, is that okay? Okay.
Hey,
Hello.
need a little better?
I need to talk for a moment so I can calm down. I've spoken to LifeNet many times
Sure.
over my panic attacks. I don't feel good.
You want to come back to the truck with me and talk?
I need water. Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Thank you. Hey. Hey, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay? Slow them down. Slow, big, deep, in through your nose, out through your mouth. There you go. Just keep doing that and focus on it for me. Okay? You're okay. You are, okay? Everything's okay. Breathe. You can breathe. Breathe. All right?
She sounds like she's giving birth. I wonder if that's the experience she's drawing for this performance.
You don't, you're going to pass out. Your brain will take over. What do you take for it? Just breathe. Marijuana. In through your nose. Regulate them, okay? Nothing else is going on right now. Just this, okay? Everything's fine, all right? In through your nose, out through your mouth. Keep it up. You can do it. I'm here. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you, all right? So just breathe. Don't need to be, all right? Breathe. You're doing it, okay? In through your nose, out through your mouth. Hey, breathe. There you go. Focus. Breathe. Breathe. In through your nose. Take over. Right? You have control over this. I don't. I can only help you. Okay? Take over. Breathe in through your nose. want you to do me a favor. See how your hands are doing? They're drawing up. You know why? Because when you breathe like that, it draws all the oxygen away from your extremities and to your core. It's in fight or flight kind of deal. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is try to take that hand and put it on your chest. Okay. Use that to coach your respirations. Up, down. There you go. Down. There you go. Just
I
keep.
knew this was coming.
No talking.
Why?
We're not talking. We're breathing. Okay.
Yeah.
No talking. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Focus. Focus. You can do it, right? The same way you drive, the same way you do anything else. Take control. Keep going. There you go. Keep going. You're breathing great. Just keep it up. Keep it up. Is that better? What's your name?
Leticia.
Leticia. I'm Jeremy.
Thank you, Jeremy.
You're welcome.
You see, you should have just faked amnesia at this point. Might as well go all the way with it.
Do you have any other problems?
Bipolar, and
Mhm.
I haven't smoked today for the panic attacks or anything.
Okay.
I'm on my menses and I suffer from PTSD. I came here because I haven't seen my daughter in 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
and her birthday is tomorrow.
Yeah.
I didn't feel good. And
It's
I
all right.
came so I could try to civilly talk to them, but they're not civil people. When we divorced, he left 2 loaded guns in the house with me, knowing I had suicide attempt.
Breathe. Okay. Focus. What other medicines do you take besides marijuana? None. Have you
I
ever?
removed them because they were causing more ailments. I recently, within the last few years, lost 150 pounds naturally through diet and exercise.
Well,
And I know
anxiety like this is a debilitating problem.
it is. I
You
knew
need
it was
to-
coming, and I knew I just wasn't supposed to be.
You got to
here.
control it.
But
Hey, lay back and keep breathing, okay? I know you're going through something, and I've never been through that problem, and I don't want to, but you just got to focus and breathe, okay?
I'm sorry.
I'm going to talk to him for just a second, okay? You just focus. Use your hand, right? Guide your breathing. Yeah.
Good to go.
I mean, she can go with us, but that's up to y'all.
That's up to her. She's got 2 choices. She can go with y'all or she can go with us, but she's going to make that decision within about 5 seconds.
If she goes with y'all, then I'll see if it goes out of quick salvation. If she goes with us.
What do you want to do? Want to go to the hospital?
I probably do need to just be checked and talked to, and blood pressure and blood work, so I don't feel good again.
Let's go. Come on.
I have to move this car so they don't tow it.
Yeah, they're going to take care of it.
We're doing our thing.
Are they gonna move it, or are they gonna tow it, and I have to
I don't
pay?
know. That's them.
Oh my god. So she's gonna lose her car too, and she's homeless. She's a homeless, disabled citizen. Oh no. Well, you done goofed.
Because I don't have money.
Worry about your health.
Come on.
I don't have the money to keep fighting you people, fighting you for what's right. What's right?
Come on.
What's God is not good. Please
Mom.
don't touch me right now. Please don't touch me.
Well, we're
Please
going to the
don't touch me.
hospital.
I have had bouts of sexual abuse. I don't like to be touched when I don't.
Well, I'm just here to help you.
I know it's not you.
Is that your purse? You want to take it?
Yeah, I'll need it. I'll need to move this vehicle if I don't.
Help, not your car.
Are you gonna tow it?
We're not towing your car.
Where's it gonna go? This is my only property.
Your car is not of my concern. It's okay. Your car is not my concern. Your health is my concern, which should be your concern.
Okay.
And these medics are trying to help you, so you need to go with them.
Yes, I know.
And again, you can video me all you want. It doesn't change the fact of the matter.
I need to get some water before moving the vehicle.
You got something up there next to you?
Yeah, I get forgetful when I'm in. I detach from everything when I'm under so much stress.
I think there's a bottle there.
Oh.
Oh, welcome. What is this? Not so who Pete answer? Is that Pete answer? I can't tell what that is. The name is, but welcome.
Okay.
You ready to get out?
No, I want to move my vehicle.
Not happening.
Why?
Because I just told you.
What do you mean?
I just told you you're not going to move your vehicle. If you need medical
Can
assistance,
someone else move it out of the way so I won't have it towed? I don't have the money.
Now I just noticed that Queen of Spade just went live, or she's been live for a little while. So we may pay her a visit after we're done here, just to say hello, see what she says. Cause now that we've discussed her, I'm curious.
I need to get it out of.
here's how this is going to play. In 2 minutes, if you're not in the back of that ambulance, you're going to go to jail. Okay? The medics
I don't
are here to
understand
help
you. I don't
The
understand
medics
you.
are here to help you. Okay? If you're going to go to the hospital, you need to walk with them to the back of the ambulance. If you don't, in 2 minutes, you're going to jail with us.
Why?
Because I just told you.
But that doesn't make any sense.
It does.
That doesn't make any sense.
If your concern is your car, then
This
you
is
don't
my
need
only
the medics. I
property.
need to go let them treat people that need to be treated.
I do need to be treated,
Then
obviously.
You need to go to the ambulance.
But I also need to take care of the one property I have.
What's more important?
34 status.
This, so that I don't lose it financially.
Okay. If y'all need to go, I'll sign your release, releasing y'all from any liability, and we're going to take her to jail.
I don't want to go to jail.
Then we have
I mean,
to calm down.
obviously.
Okay.
What are they going to do with all my property?
You can bring your purse and whatever in the car that you need to take with us.
This isn't helping disabled citizens that are homeless. This is her.
Did she actually think she was getting out of this at this point? Like, well, I don't know what she was expecting. It's like she wanted all this. Did she want to get? Like, part of me thinks that all of this was planned. She wanted to be arrested. She wanted to be able to name the video of this because all of it's supposed to be an archive for her daughter, and she wants to paint herself in the best light possible, and like be the biggest victim in the world. To be like, oh, your father, he's so evil. Look what he did. I don't know. Part of me thinks that this was the outcome she was hoping for. Not that she actually thought that she wasn't going to jail. No, she was doing anything in her power to actually get arrested.
Hurting them. Why would you do that to me?
Obviously,
Why?
I'm taking you to the hospital because you asked to go.
But also too that then the financial restraints afterward. How are you going to expect me to be able to get my vehicle and everything?
I'll sign your phone.
I don't understand.
Let's go. You're under arrest.
No, no.
And it ends there. Okay, interesting. Where's Unknown Archive? Well, I'm still subscribed to his channel, and what it says on his About page is that he's finished this channel for now, and he will return when the time is right. And I anxiously await his return. Now, my theory is he's still about, just on a sock account. He just doesn't want to do content anymore until the time is right. Could be wrong, though. All right, let's go pay Queen of Spade a visit real quick. This is going to be interesting. I wonder if she might have me blocked, so we'll see.
Person of color. Okay, so my husband.
Jesus. All right, I'm going to type in. Howdy, Queen. How are things? We will see if I'm even showing up at, and then see what she says.
Dark hair, my big nose. I'm pretty sure I show it in my fucking looks. So let's see, does Draven here look mixed? Because I don't really think he looks mixed here. This is Draven. This is the real Draven, though. This is Draven without filters, if you will. Draven without filters. You see it? Draven without the filters. So he did not look black to me or mixed to me.
All right, I've confirmed I'm not blocked.
And their people can look however they want and be mixed, and it's just all of us. It's just all of us that have to look like we're mixed. So, congratulations on being a mixed person of color, Draven. It is so amazing that you had no problem being on the Geek Room so many times when they dropped the N-word when you are a mixed person of color. I mean, or when they made that George Floyd joke. I mean, it's amazing. Hello, YouTube schizophrenic. How are you? I hope that you're well. I'm still dealing with all the same things. They have not stopped.
Well, at least you admit
to be
it.
Italian. Yeah, your post is linked in every stream you do, but your guess. Well, see, the thing is that they're not used to people who, even if they make a mistake like that, will own it and be like, yeah, this was stupid of me. I fucking did this. I'm sorry. Take accountability, apologize, and move on, because they don't do that. They don't know what that's like. Right? Because when someone accuses them of something, instead of them talking about the actual issue at hand, they go, oh, well, this person actually hangs out with this.
I'm doing well. Sorry to hear the conspiracy persists. I think that's a good response.
This list of other things out here. Instead of just handling it. It's like, we never said that Draven started the rumor with anti-social media. We said that he helped spread it and then was trying to use it again as an intimidation tactic when the drama happened with Carrie. That was what was said. And then him bringing up the RSN shit was an intimidation tactic against me. I'm doing well. Sorry to hear the apparently YouTube schizophrenic. It's not a conspiracy. I've made it all up. Its suit never brought me up ever, and I'm just a crazy loon bag. So basically, they're just not used to that. So that's why they hate me too. Because if I do something wrong, I go, "Yeah, I fucking did that wrong."
I can keep her going for hours, by the way.
I talked about the fucking Harley Quinn video where I dropped the N-bomb like 2 fucking years ago, dude. That's from 2020 shit. But we're just bringing it up now again, and now again, because it's like they never move on. They need the drama to survive on the platform. If they actually help Shanny for Christ and her kids, they don't get the lol cow content. Well, that's exactly it. They do all of this. And they do it to people who aren't lol cows while they're trying to make them into lol cows. And it's like, what the fuck? You know? It's like, that makes no sense. You already have your fucking lol cow. Shanny, stick with her. Stop going around here trying to change normies into fucking lol cows because you know damn well that well's about to dry out soon, motherfuckers. Sorry, shouldn't have put all your eggs in one basket, one lol cow. That's no one else's fault but yours.
Take offense to this. I take offense if you guys can see what that says.
He takes offense to it because now all of a sudden Draven is mixed. Well, what are you mixed as, Draven, as a person with color? Because in that case, I'm mixed too then. You know?
This is her account. But no, she no racist. Don't mess with me, guys.
Don't mess with him, guys. Don't mess with him. He a big gangster. He gang.
Alright, we'll leave Queen of Spade alone for now. But yeah, nice to know she hasn't changed. Alright, this one is called Online Dating Leads to Being Raped. I mean, this is a doozy of a title as well. Again, another attempt to try and get viral, in my opinion.
Today is February 15th, 2022. Since I'm not able to make my car payment by next week, I'm going to have to start selling something, and I can't get a job within that amount of time and get paid. And I'm sure as fuck not seeking anything outside of my means, and the only thing that I'm good for to everybody in society is getting fucked, literally. So prostitution is the only viable choice that I have for making $400 by next week. So if anybody wants to help pay me, that, you know, that would be nice.
Are you trying to get donations, or are you trying to get subscribers to, offer buy your services?
But I've been begging and preaching for basic necessities for years, and nobody hears it. Nobody hears it. They think that I'm a capable human being that has a capable mind, that has the ability to work a regular job. When I would slit their fucking throats, I would literally fucking poison people like at jobs. People don't get it. You've already fucked with me enough. Society has fucked with me enough. My mind is gone. No one means shit to me. You don't exist. You really don't. I was going about my business.
I think that's her own admission that she lives in her own little world, separate from everyone else, and that would justify the rest of her behavior.
You know, weight loss, doing my own thing. Got raped a couple months ago, so now I've got this disgusting rape baby inside of me, and everybody's like, oh, but it's part yours, you're supposed to love it. Okay, sure, you try loving something that is setting you back financially while you're fucking homeless, didn't seek it, didn't go out with people, like literally fucking 90% of the fucking year I spent away from fucking guys that I didn't want to fucking have sex with. Like, I cuddled and stuff like that, hung out with people, did not fuck.
Yeah, I do think she was watching other people on YouTube, like all these people do. Like, they say they don't, but they can also sit there and address each point that's made in these videos, like, perfectly. And I don't believe in the whole, like, my favorite thing on YouTube is people have sent me this or people have told me this. Like, no, people aren't telling you things. You're going out and finding them yourself. Unless you're like a very big creator or it's a very specific situation with a high intensity, no one's sending you anything. You're going out and finding it yourself.
And then I was forced into procreating, forced into fornicating, for one, while I was asleep. Of course, I have no self-respect after. So I even told the dude that fucking knocked me up, I was like, well, I need $400 by next week. I know you don't give a fuck, but here's, my side of the story where it's like the desperation of a woman that has been seeking help from even the local society, the local community, going to the YMCA all the time, never asking anything of anybody. Everybody knows my story individually. People ask me, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. So they'll go around and they'll talk behind your back, share your story with other people, but they don't share it with anybody that's relevant enough to actually help the individual. So all you're doing is really hurting them. All you're doing by talking behind my back and not helping me is hurting me. So, and like I don't fucking feel it, like I don't fucking know it. There are some vibrations that carry, like when people are talking about you and people don't realize, like, I've got that heightened sense of awareness to where I recognize what the fuck is going on around me a majority of the time, but I keep my mouth shut and I look like I'm fucking retarded. And everybody thinks that because I've got fucking Down syndrome face. And I fucking know that. I'm ugly as fuck and I get that. And then I fucking talk to people.
She admits she's ugly as fuck, and then like is talking about like an extra sensory perception style thing. She's in tune with the universe. So, again, is this her trying to push? Or is this either her schizophrenic delusions, or is her trying to actually push that she's some kind of schizophrenic, like an act? I don't know, because she's trying to mix in, like, it could be one of those situations where you're trying to mix in a lie with your truth.
And, like looking like trash and shit all the fucking time. So I don't want to be pregnant. Not at all. Not with some dude that just fucked me one evening and then ran off to go to his other family because I was the fucking secret because he was going around doing this. That is a fucking thing you have to watch out for too. Online dating is very dangerous because men would rather spend the effort psychologically and emotionally manipulating a woman into giving pussy right away just to have that release and using and dispersing of her, and that's it. That's it. They don't want a relationship. They'll say they want a relationship. They'll lead it into that. Then they'll use you for that one evening or a couple evenings, and that's it. Same as prostitution. There should be a way that I should get paid for every single time I've had to express myself in that way to get a man's affection and attention.
Yeah, it's called prostitution. You just said it. I mean, you said, yeah, I want to do prostitution, but I don't want to be called a prostitute.
Not right. And for you to actually like lock up women that are seeking fucking financial support through the fact that you're utilizing our bodies. You are destroying our bodies. I'm not seeking that comfort in that way unless I actually approach the man and I'm like, well, I feel like I want to, and and that hardly ever fucking happens with me. Because I'd rather be avoidant. I'd rather abstain. I abstained for fucking 10 months last year, and yet I was still raped. So I get mutilated and violated, and my fucking reality is distorted now, and I don't fucking give a shit about anybody. And then I just want to sell my body and just be like, okay, fine, fuck it. It's going to be painful because I got a tight one, and it doesn't matter. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Rape my fucking ass too, because that's all the fucking US government is doing to me, because they know damn well who the fucking rapists are on these fucking dating apps. The people that go out and they manipulate women and turn around and manipulate a new one every fucking night, and then they destroy that woman. And I actually just went on an escort site and was like looking at the local women in the area of like who's selling themselves, and they're such beautiful women. And I thought, holy shit, how in the fuck? The only thing I have to offer is tight fucking pussy, because I really don't ever penetrate myself. So I know that it's wonderful. I know I keep my goodies covered up, and that's what men want. They want some little, like, what is that word? What is the word? Where they're like shy and bashful, and they keep to themselves. They want someone that's clean, so they want to use that and abuse that.
Innocent? Is that the word you're looking for? Innocent?
And drop it like trash, like a fucking rag doll. And then but they don't want to touch those nasty whores that are actually seeking the money. If you want to fuck people, go fuck those bitches. Allow prostitution to be fucking legal. Go fuck those whores, because girls like me that are actually looking for a relationship and getting psychologically and emotionally manipulated in the process end up with worse post-traumatic stress, complex post-traumatic stress from all of this. And here I was thinking, oh, inevitably somebody's actually going to love me. If I really go the godly route, there is no God. There is no God. If God fucking cared, if God gave a shit, he would understand that I've been crying.
Well, she has a lot of videos where she's acting very religious. And I don't think she really stuck to these atheist beliefs.
Every single day of my fucking life for freedoms that don't fucking exist in the freest country in the goddamn world. So I don't understand what the fuck I'm harping about when like I said, I'm going to have to fucking sell myself to pay a goddamn car payment because people are so fucked in the goddamn ass that they can't fucking offer assistance. Even if I went and fucking asked those Christian ministries, you know what they would probably do? They'd probably tell me to go kick rocks, because that's the fucking type of bullshit they do to people, individuals. Like I stated about the housing authority and offering me $475 as a maximum allotment to find a place, and no place in Hot Springs exists for that price. Are you fucking insane? And then I'm just out. Oh, well, you've got 2 months to look for a place, and if you can't find it, then oh well, you've got to go back on the waiting list, which is another year. You're fucking all pieces of shit. How the fuck was I supposed to survive? I'm glad that my story is going to be out there, and inevitably somebody's going to pick this shit up and they're going to fucking publicize this shit, because this is my reality. This is. I'm just some.
You know what? Actually, yeah. I think she was very spoiled. I think this is what happens when the little rich girl ends up homeless in a car and with all her mental issues.
Some random girl trying to get by, being truthful about what I see, trying to get help, trying to get assistance. No one fucking does it. So that's why I fucking have to tell the fucking medical and psychological, whatever, all the boards, and then try to Google fucking reviews on there and leave fucking these videos and post everything on my fucking Facebook. And yet no one listens anyway. No one fucking listens. The society around me doesn't listen. The community I live in doesn't listen. And it doesn't matter. I don't want to reach out and connect with more people, because these people are insane. I've already discussed my issues with plenty of fucking people that should have been there to help. They're in fucking authoritative positions to help someone like me, but yet I'm not on their fucking radar. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you people, what God you fucking are praying to, but it sure as fuck isn't the same God as mine, because everyone should be accepted in my fucking eyes. Everybody should have a fucking, even the fucking predators. You get a fucking place. You know, even the fucking drug addicts. Go find a place, whatever. I get it. You come first, because your mind is so fucked that mine can process another fucking week and get fucking debt. And I can't pay my credit card next month because the credit card company told me, because I paid it and like an hour after the cutoff at 8 p.m. because the fucking auto pay didn't fucking roll over for the next month, and it wasn't my fault. So it was the app's fault for Capital One. And Capital One fucking tells me over the phone, we can't remove that $25 late fee. It says that you paid the next day, the processing, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. You're not helping a disabled citizen of the United States.
A disabled citizen of the United States. Man, she's so proud of that title.
From mental illness that has just been trying to pay her bills. So what you do is you steal half the payment that I made, because I made a $50 payment this month. So $25 went straight to your pocket because I didn't pay it in a timely manner, when in actuality it was your app that was the issue. Because last month when I went in there, it said that it was pulling from a bank account that didn't exist. And then I was like, what the hell? I know it wasn't there. So I went back on the app and it wasn't there. What? Not my fucking business that your shit doesn't fucking work. But the fact of it is, and I vocalize it for everyone, is that I'm going to tell everyone the types of shit you do, because humans aren't humans to you. It's a number. We're just We're just a fucking value. Each one of us has a certain value. And I realize mine, this is the average value. And this is an average value of somebody that's like shit, like a murderer and a rapist and all these things. And I am down here. I am literally down here.
I mean, she's not entirely wrong with that statement, but like when you're making the decisions you're going to be that low on the totem pole.
Underneath everybody, because all of my freedom of speech, all of my words, all of my questions, all of my demands for just rational fucking living and fucking competent fucking individuals to do their fucking job. That's what's wrong with the world, because these incompetent assholes still run that shit. So they're going to make sure that they keep you down. They're going to make sure they keep you fucking down. Okay, if that asshole was allowed to get away with stuff, to rape me and everything, and he was a military man, there's got to be something wrong. Because if you're allowing your military men to go around and use dating apps to go and fuck everybody while they're already in a relationship too, you don't see the issue with that because you don't give a fuck. But then these people are allowed to enforce their will and enforce their fucking power over others. You're all fucked. You are all fucked. I don't know what the fuck my reality is, but that is not right. None of it. Fucking none of it. So if I can't get paid for the fact that I've been being raped during all of these dates through these online fucking dating apps, I've been raped plenty of times. I've had plenty of dudes promise me this and this and this, get me to that point of that arousal. And then they're finally like, oh yeah, you know, baby, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to blah, 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 no, everything you want. And then if that's not considered rape and no one's doing anything about it, I'm pretty sure you're all going to fucking hell.
If I ever get to interview her, I'm going to suggest she gets a mail order bride service as in her hunt for a man. Like, I'm going to try and give her some advice. Like you had your advice for lolcows style stream. I'm going to have like I'm going to give advice to lolcows to their face and see how they react to it.
Because I'm pretty fucking sure that every fucking encounter that I've fucking had has been tracked and traced, yet nobody is hearing the words that are coming out of the victim's mouth. Nobody. So now I have to go out and forcibly sell myself, publicize that, incriminate myself. Hey, guess what? So just so you know, I'm going to go get money for my pussy right now. Somewhere, somehow, I'm going to go get money for my pussy. You can put me in prison if you want to. And I hope you fucking do. Because that's hilarious for me, because your society forced me into this situation. And yet you're going to take the blame out on the fucking victim. It's like I have to live out every fucking circumstance for the fucking goddamn world to see, so that you can understand the rationale that goes on in these people's minds, why they're selling themselves, how they ended up with fucking diseases, how they ended up fucking homeless, how they ended up addicted to fucking drugs. And I told the fucking bitch that fucking raped me, I told him, I was like, you know, I heard hard drugs will help me detach. Because that's what I'm going to fucking do next. Because I straight the fuck up, I've never thought in my fucking life, I always thought God will provide. God will always be there. Those godly people will always save you from torment like this. I prayed every day when my dad was fucking touching me. I prayed every day when he was beating the shit out of us. I prayed every day when he threatened to fucking murder us. I prayed every day to be removed from that circumstance, and so that I could have Prince Charming, so that I could fucking live out my fucking days. That doesn't happen to girls like me. It doesn't happen to ugly girls that are mixed. It doesn't happen to girls with fucking stresses like that. If you are tainted at birth, if you've been marked, you are marked for the rest of your fucking life, unless you offer something to society that is worth their entertainment. Because that's all it fucking is. Entertainment.
Is that what she's thinking here? That's how she escapes the tyranny of society, is through entertaining people on the internet with her meltdowns? I mean, it's not a bad idea. That's my plan to escape the tyranny of society.
Until we fucking hit the ground and never come back up. Because it's the fucking godly truth. You people are all shit. You tell people a bunch of nonsense. You give them hope for nothing.
Do you think if we met, she would try to seduce me? I'm curious.
You have them, you create faith in something that is not even existent. And then all of a sudden, we're the ones that are demonic. We're the ones that are breaking the law, being, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you not realize the stress that individuals go through? And I am not a fucking number. I am not a fucking number. I am flesh. I am blood. I have a mind. I am much more comprehensive than most. And I recognize what the fuck is going on in the systems around me and how you just want to continue.
Well, Roger, I've looked at that. It looks like he hasn't really updated his channel much, like his actual Real Stream News channel. He's on something called this Real Drama Stars thing. Seems very off-brand for him, I gotta say. But yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know if I think he would probably just block me. I'm not sure if we even have much to talk about. I think the last time I encountered RSN was in my last live stream, 2 years ago. He came on panel, and I tried to have it so that him and the Miskatonic Librarian would sort their own issues out. But the Miskatonic Librarian, sometimes his anger gets the best of him. So I had to sort of hijack the situation, and that was one of the few times I've actually got agitated on YouTube, and I managed to take control of it. And I got the topic back on what it was supposed to be, which is where Real Stream News was falsely accusing people of sending him child porn. And by the way, the Miskatonic Librarian's channel has an update as of 6 months ago. Okay, it's obvious that the Miskatonic Librarian did not send anyone any child porn, and that it was all used as a tactic to shame him, to draw a hate mob to his tiny channel, just like Deity. So I have no doubt that he does not want that brought back up. So it'll probably be an instant block. He'll call me what did he call me? A clout chasing leech, and that'll be that. And yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Interesting. Well, sorry to hear that. Well, I haven't heard hide nor hair of him. I've left a comment on his video when I first came back, and it looks like he may be taking a break just like me. So perhaps we'll be seeing him in the future.
Continually beat me as I'm down. And so you allowed. See, now if you understood different people and their perspective, you wouldn't allow them to access certain things. Just like Facebook dating recognized that I was too harsh on the people I was talking to through the dating portion of it, and they removed that option for me. I'm no longer allowed to seek out the dating on Facebook. So they recognized it and stopped that because they knew I was just a bitter bitch, just wanted to talk down to every man that tried to talk to me. And that's cool. I should be allowed to. I should fucking kick them in the fucking nads until I find the right one that wants to continually break down my barrier or my boundaries. Not boundaries, like my wall, the barrier I have built up to protect myself and my emotions. Yet everyone thinks I'm fucking crazy. No, bitch. Like, come crawling at me every goddamn day like I was doing for everybody else. Working my jobs, fucking going to church, fucking going and doing these things, volunteering, doing all this nonsense, just everything. Nonsense. I would love to do this shit just out of the kindness of my heart, but I have no kindness in my heart when I'm having to struggle for money for a car payment that I shouldn't have to worry about because this baby set me back financially. I didn't realize that I had to be out of pocket for fucking 9 months in order to get a couple $100 from a dude that's never going to be around the fucking kid. And not only that, I have to struggle to find a place to stay. So the only thing I ever do to try to socialize with it.
Now, listening to this, just for like a minute with her rant like this. I wonder because she's mentioned she has no friends, no family that she trusts anyway. That she trusts. Maybe this is like the closest thing she has to any real social interaction. So she's talking to us the way she would her BFF. That's what I'm starting to think now.
Anyone is just go on a dating app. Just one. That's it. I never tried to seek beyond my means. Why? What purpose is, what's the purpose in that? I don't want to be on the fucking phone. I don't want to be attached to electronics like that. I want to live a life. I wish I had a garden. I wish I had my pets. I wish I had, yes, some forms of entertainment, some movies here and there that are nice. I love Disney movies and things that make me smile and laugh, and romantic comedies. Nice. Nice. I love horror movies too. I have a great sense of enjoying everything around me. So I thought this was funny. I thought it was hilarious that I ended up homeless for a year and a half
She loves horror movies so much that she decided to become a horror movie villain.
so far. And I thought inevitably somebody will step up and somebody will recognize what the fuck has happened here. And I won't have to suffer for too much longer. And also, too, everybody that should have gotten sued in the process for demeaning me as a human being and sexually harassing and abusing me. But you can't do that. You can't get compensation unless you put money into the system like that in order for them to care about you. So you literally have to feed them money, feed them some type of shit in order for them to give a shit about you. Like I'm on nobody's radar aside from the cops that just want to fucking beat me down regardless because I talk shit about their stupid ass cum dumpster fucking guys that work there. Fuck you. Take it in the ass, bitch. Fucking assholes. You can't even fucking walk, half of you all fat as fuck, and then you're supposed to be psychologically competent to talk to me like you know what the fuck is going on in my reality? Fuck you.
That's true. None of them have any idea what's going on in her reality.
Please, bitch. So then you shoot me up full of fucking drugs and shit while I'm in your fucking system, and you expect that's supposed to help me with my mental state? I got out all fucked up and I was pleading for everybody in my life. I thought I was fucking scared as hell. Scared as fucking hell. If I can't be compensated for that shit.
Well, I know about one of them, but I didn't know I had two of them on there. Interesting. Oh shit, she's gonna keep going like this for some time. I'm half tempted to put it on a higher speed because she is just going off.
I don't know what the fuck. My reality is fucked. So I tell everyone, it's just getting worse. Nobody's out to help me. Everybody's out to fucking hurt me. And then in actuality, it's like, well, that's just the world around you, bitch. Oh, you're right. So they lied to me growing up. So all the Catholic school bullshit, I'll call that shit out too. Leave you a shit fucking review on everything on Google right before I fucking kick the fucking bucket. This is what happened to me in my individual story. This is what the hopes and faith and love and all this bullshit they feed you. This is what turns out from that. Because you shouldn't have faith in the fucking society around you. You shouldn't have hope for the new day. You shouldn't.
Okay, yeah, I knew about that one. So, okay. So your Karen is the same Karen that I knew. Interesting. Hello, Tasha. Welcome to the live.
Love anything around you. It's the fucking truth. Although I've thought for years, oh no, if I keep a positive mindset, things will come to me freely. Well, I've kept a positive mindset during and after this fucking rape, and I still don't have the money to finance myself by next week when I'm supposed to make a car payment of $390. So
I've yet to see anything positive from this channel. Maybe the ones of her dancing are somewhat positive, but I have yet to see a positive video, a positive stream. I haven't even heard her say anything nice about anybody.
where am I going to get $400 out of pocket? My own ass? Oh, I've tried digging in there. There's nothing in there but shit. Just like the shit they feed you on the fucking scripts that you've got to fucking take and whatever, because you're mentally ill. You're depressed. You're this and that. But I can't just smoke weed because I'm fucking pregnant now. So now all of a sudden I'm a fucking sadist or a fucking masochist for trying to kill my kid for smoking weed? No. I'm trying to fucking survive, bitch. And if I don't take a coat hanger to my fucking self, I'll be fucking surprised. Because all I want to do is pain myself. That's it. I just want to put this fucking corpse in so much goddamn pain that it passes and it never has to fucking come back here ever the fuck again. So please, someone fucking kill me. This is not even fucking right. This is not hilarious anymore. I thought I kept a positive mindset. I was giggling every day. Like, this is not fucking hilarious anymore. I see all these fucking bitches walking around me, always fucking with their fancy bullshit. Oh yeah, these $400 earrings. Bitch, that's why people steal from you. They steal from you so that they can help them fucking selves, but I haven't taken anything. Years and years, I haven't taken shit. I haven't stolen anything from anyone. So where are the years of the compensation of being a good girl? Nearly my entire life. And seeing the shit around me. There is no compensation. There's no compensation for being a good human being. You have to still struggle. You still have to fucking choke on their dicks when they feed you a little bit of slop, you know, out of the systems. When they try to tell you, here's a tiny bit, here you go, here you go. Because that's all I see. Them dicks everywhere. Just penises and fucking ejaculate. Just everywhere. I'm fucking traumatized. And I know goddamn good and well that every man has the capability of jacking off to just a random girl like me. Which is the most fucked up fucking thing I've ever fucking heard. Because I've never in my godly mind thought, what the fuck? I've never thought about just fucking every single human being. But when I was on psych meds, yeah, that came naturally to me because my fucking chemistry was off. So I was always just thinking about my next relationship or my next, you know, when am I going to have an actual fucking love of my life? And oh my God, it was love at first sight and blah, blah, blah. Fell into that bullshit nonsense.
I mean, she just compared jerking off to random girls to fucking them, which is like totally different.
That doesn't exist. Love at first sight doesn't exist because if that were true, I would have met it and found it by now. I am not that bad of a fucking human being. I got a chip on my shoulder, yes, but I treat people nicely at first until they fucking disrespect me or I just don't want anything to fucking do with them. Majority of the time, it's just that. I want nothing to do with any other fucking human being on this goddamn earth. None of you. Absolutely none of you. I feed into your commercial nonsense. Your fucking, you know, you want to force feed us fucking trash, all of the fucking things, McDonald's and whatever. You want to make sure we die from some type of cancer. I get that. I understand that. You know, that's why you tell everyone, oh, why don't you have a Coke? Why don't you have a this? Why don't you have a that? Go ahead and toxify yourself because you're already fucked up in the brains anyway. So I'm telling you, you guys.
The one where they all donated. That's a nice shirt. Actually, I can't think of a better time. So, I have a small intermission here. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as is tradition.
Guys are all fucking retarded. Like, fuck, I don't know what the fuck it is. If you don't recognize that there are good people out here just struggling, trying to get by, wish they could have had the opportunities to some bitch.
Okay, now she pulls out the donated shirt. Okay, which I would never wear. I'll wear the like, comment, and subscribe shirt. But I would never wear a shirt asking for donations. Now she's about to go into a pity party parade where she talks about how much money she needs. Watch.
Just had, and those are the ones in those top positions that don't give a shit about anybody anyway. They really don't. They don't give a shit about others. They give a shit about themselves. Always doing shit for themselves, nothing but themselves. And I get that. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I've always just been the giving type, the one that cares. Now I just don't give a shit. And everybody's turning around telling me that I'm, oh my God. Like that bitch that told me, you smell like weed walking in here. Bitch, I always smell like fucking weed. What the fuck are you gonna do? I've got a fucking medicinal card, bitch. The fuck? I can go places in and out of places. I shouldn't be hassled and fucking harassed for fucking doing so. But you know, oh, it must have been because I called you out for having 20 people in the fucking yurt the one day when there's only supposed to be 6. And you're supposed to, and I counted it up. Fucking told it was over a fucking dozen people in there. And we were pack to pack, elbow to fucking elbow. And this bitch was like, because there were dudes in there. And I see her temperament around the fucking differences in sexes. You're fucking disgusting. The mentality about these bitches. Like if you're already married and shit, why the fuck are you trying to flirt with someone that's like a 20-year-old? That's disgusting. So for me, I see all this shit. You act like I'm not fucking paying attention or whatever. And I see the fucking nepotism. I see that. If somebody's giving you that fucking, yeah, I see it. So I'm just fucking pissed the fuck off.
Well, I mean, the answer to that previous question, why would you be in your 30s or whatever and married, be flirting with 20-year-olds, is because you still look good, you still enjoy attention. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think most people kind of are like that.
I'm fucking pissed, irately fucking pissed that I've got to sell my fucking corpse, my fucking body. People that sell their fucking plasma and shit. Why? Just fucking kill me. Just fucking kill me, please. And I can't even do it myself because I don't have the fucking nerve anymore because I've come back so many fucking times. It's a fucking warning. It's horrifying. It's horrifying. I would be prepared to have to face everything you've fucking done in your goddamn life because when you get shot back and you fucking know, and then you know more than you know, you just know. It's horrifying. It's horrifying. Fucking disgustingly horrifying. That's why I tell everyone to suck my fucking dick. For real. Like you think that you're better than me because you have a penis? I'm sorry, what? That is unnecessary. Unnecessary. You don't create in this world. You deplete from the fucking resources, and it's the truth. Our bodies, even our female bodies, attack your fucking sperm. You are worthless and you are nothing. We would need one fucking drop of it in order to impregnate plenty of people. But why would we want to? You're fucking gross. Majority of you are nasty as fuck. I wouldn't want to carry your goddamn kids. I wouldn't want to carry this rapist baby either. Fucking gross. I cannot find a man that I have respect for. Straight up, I've never met a man face to face that I truly have respect for. I respect that they have served. I've respected this and that about them. I respect individual things about them. But never will I ever give a man the respect he believes he deserves from me. Because in actuality, your bitch ass isn't there to fucking help me. You're not there to fucking pay my goddamn bills. And sure as fuck, the government doesn't give a shit. There's no one I want to be sucking off the fucking tip of their dick from. Because fuck you, fuck your money, fuck your fucking nastiness, fuck all of it. In God we trust on a paper bill. It's fucking horrifying. You people are monsters. And you should
She sounds like me back in my militant atheist days.
understand that, and especially the fact that that fucking money gets exchanged for this and that. You're giving all these thousands and hundreds of thousands, billions of fucking dollars to these fucking insane people instead of recognizing, oh yeah, well, they're mentally ill, they don't necessarily deserve it, let's fuck with their lives a little bit, let's cause them to have more taxes, let me take a little bit from that and give it directly to the people that need it. But no, it's not like that. Instead, you all just feed off each other's fucking assholes, and it's just how it is. I'm irately fucking pissed. And people are like, oh my God, why you talk like that? Oh my God, why would you say that about the president or this and this? And he can suck my dick. He's not helping me. He's not right here talking to me. He is not right here in my reality. He doesn't exist to me. People believe that they are like, okay, yeah, no, he exists. I get that, blah, blah, blah. In your reality, maybe. But like in mine, no, I see nothing but paperwork, numbers, and whatever. That's it. Paperwork and numbers is all I see is my survival. And I've been managing. That's it. I don't see him over here clipping my fucking coupons. I don't see him doing the math on what items I can afford this week. I don't see him over here trying to get my medication covered by insurance so I don't have to put money out of pocket for it. I don't see any of that. Instead, he believes that my rightful medication is still illegal federally. And so I'm not allowed to just smoke my goddamn weed and chill the fuck out and just be fucking self-aware and recognize that the world around me is fucked, not me. Never have I been out there to get everybody and destroyed anybody. But now my words are just affecting so many more people than I'd ever thought possible, because there's so many people that talk about this and that and relay this information and relay that information. And I pray to fucking God that my words will someday affect the world around me, because there is no goddamn good reason for someone as sweet and nice and giving and compassionate and caring as I am to have lived through the bullshit that I've lived through. And I told the bitch too that fucking knocked me up. I told him, I was like, thank you for kicking me while I was down. I always need to, something about realizing that I have to stay humble. Like, I always have to just be fucking...
I don't know. I haven't gotten any bit of humble from her. She seems very much so full of herself. Like, she seems very self-important. That's why all of her behavior happens. Why she expects to not get her... Why she either she wants to become famous by pulling off these things, and she's that level of self-important, or she's the level of self-important where she actually thinks she can get away with everything she does.
Humbled constantly because I can't just sit on the fucking throne that I deserve. No, because I'm fucking trash. I stem from Augustine Pedro Servin, a fucking pedophile, and Gail Janine Morrison, a fucking slut-ass little fucking tramp. So, and I get that. I get it. I come from trash. I knew that many years ago. That's why I stopped trying. That's why I graduated within the top, 5-10 of my class, and didn't even try. I didn't even try my senior year. I was so depressed. I was so suicidal, and no one even knew what the fuck I was going through at home. No one fucking knew that I'd been homeless at that time too. No one fucking gives a shit. So instead of actually boosting me up to see how far I would go, it's more like, let's keep her down and see how fucking far she just fucking dwindles in her own shit. Until I fucking just speak out about it and let everybody know this is why I'm fucked up. This is why I resort to fucking selling my body, because I have nothing else to sell. Everything else of value was taken from me. Aside from that, it was all offered from the government anyway. So it was just sort of like a loan. It wasn't even like it was mine. And that's kind of how you have to live life anyway, because nothing is truly owned. It could be gone in an instant, because when, like, we go to war and everything's gonna be destroyed anyway. You're gonna be fucking robbed from then, because you need it, because that's how it goes. Because you've taken too much as your reign, like your time reigning over everyone. You decided to remove from people, the lowly people, the low bottom, and then all of a sudden there's a huge war and you're fucked and all of your children are fucked, and that leaves some people to just be survivors and making it by. Not to say that my blood matters whatsoever, but just the facts of it. I do too much research. I love history. I understand the cycles in nature. And
I'm also a fan of history. See? If she actually... I expect her to start dropping some knowledge right now. This is when I would start showing some examples, Tell us about something.
Inevitably, everything gets pulled down to its bare minimum, or their bare basics. So I understand naturalness. I get that. I understand having nothing. I understand, like, even when I got naked outside of the fucking storage unit and I got fucking put in the psych ward for doing it.
All right, that's one hell of a leap right there. We went from I know everything about history and nature to all right, well I got naked outside of a storage unit. I'm not sure how those connect.
Dude was like, "You're gonna get arrested." No, bitch, I'm not. I'm going crazy, bitch. Get the fuck away from me. So I wasn't arrested. I was put in a psych ward, obviously, because I'm obviously not trying to hurt anybody, but my reality is too fucked for me to give a shit what people see or hear from me anymore. So I just harp about it. I harp about everything. Fuck you people. Fuck this disgusting realm. Fuck all of it. So then I gave those fucking cops the fucking extra set of keys because I told them, I don't know whose that shit is. I said, that's exactly what I said. I don't know whose that shit is. It's not mine. It's not mine. I don't know who that Leticia Collin is. Fuck that bitch. Because I really don't know who the fuck that is. I don't know who the fuck I am. I don't know where the fuck I am half the time. So I told them, I was like, the phone and keys was a brand new fucking iPhone. And all of a sudden, nobody knows where the fuck it is. You stole my fucking phone. The fucking authorities here, the fucking police in fucking Garland County stole my goddamn phone. So it was brand new fucking iPhone. There was hardly anything on it. So, and I still can't attach to it from my phone. So where the fuck is that brand new fucking phone? $400, $500 after I'd gotten everything else covered in the case and everything. All that. I've been ripped a fucking way. But if I would have had some of those things to transfer over into fucking how I'm living now, no, but instead, the society and the people who run this society, especially this local government here in Hot Springs, Arkansas, they want to make sure that those people that they deem a problem are removed from their area so they don't have to deal with them anymore. They try to beat them down to where they feel so scared and so they feel so threatened that they remove themselves from the area that they're trying to protect because all they want is their gentrified white citizens in this area. That's the truth. Because that's all they believe is good.
Yeah, she keeps bringing up that she's mixed. They're like, oh, they want gentrified white citizens in the area. Now, when you look at her, she does not pass as anything other than white. Where is she getting all of this from? Like, what racism has she experienced in her life? I'm very curious to know.
Good to society is their whites and their whites power. So yeah. Oh, I've had plenty of y'all come up to me and try to talk down to me, but you can't because you're all ignorant. So all you can do is steal from me and try to force me out of your local fucking industry because I'm not doing anything but taking. When in actuality, I spend my money on your local fucking whatever the fuck this is. My money goes to the Toyota dealership. My money goes to the local restaurants. I spend a lot of it helping others. And you don't fucking see that, do you? No. Instead, all you see is somebody that is taking from everything. So maybe if I had more money to issue out, I'd be able to be more of a benefit to the community. But so far, I'm not. So far, I haven't written a book. So far, I haven't disclosed enough about myself to make this into a fucking novel. So, and I don't want to type right now. I don't feel like being articulate. I don't feel like being creative or poetic or doing any art because I have nothing to do. I have nowhere to sit and relax and be myself and have my own home. So I can't paint. I can't do my art. I can't be creative. None of it. So what do? Be a nuisance to society because that's all you can be. Because that's all you can be. So if you cannot be a part of their society, I say be a nuisance. Be a fucking menace because that's all they want. They want you to turn around and do that. Fine, fuck it. I'll be a menace to your fucking society. But if you get me caught up with your fucking bullshit, if you try to fucking charge me with anything, here's your goddamn proof as to why I did it. And it was actually you and your fucking...
See, that's my philosophy too. I plan to be a menace to society, but I plan to get away with it. Unlike her who is over here saying, like, she's saying my philosophy, but she is not acting my philosophy. She's over there basically incriminating herself over and over again.
Your depleting of my resources that forced me into any type of criminal activity. It's the fucking truth. It happens to everybody. It happens to the people, black people all the time. So you're going to tell me that my half-blooded fucking Mexican ass isn't being singled out for some shit just because of my fucking heritage? Then you're fucking retarded because I know that I've been persecuted for the wrong ass reasons in this town especially. And if people hear the name Leticia, like I said prior, and it got cut off, what is that, black? Are you black? Immediately. Whoa. The fuck? Racist. So, yeah, I know. And there should be a way of me being able to fucking charge everybody else. But since I don't have the money to take it, and no one in this fucking state would take a case like that because they don't want to touch their own. They don't want to disrespect their own. So there's no one and nothing in this fucking state that'll help me because they see a case, but they have no relevant proof, especially since I've been in and out of psych wards like I'm the crazy. And in actuality, it's them and their fucking procedures and the way that they mishandled everything and mishandled me, mishandled all the fucking...
Did you notice the change in her voice? Like, all of a sudden, it became way more southern. She went from talking like this to talking, howdy there, I'm from the South. Like, that was one hell of a shift there. Right when she starts talking about being down home and stuff.
information and let the criminals get away, and yet I'm the one that's mistreated. Okay, so like I said, if you get me caught up with some prostitution bullshit for having to make that $400 next week, y'all fucked. Because you know damn well that you're letting your fucking military men get away with a fucking lot worse by not giving anybody that compensation for fucking them. So you just leave them emotionally drained and traumatized with post-traumatic stress because men don't love them, because men all they ever want to do is use them. And then when you're like, okay, fine, if that's all you want, let me get some money for it, and we get in trouble? Fuck no. Fuck no. Pieces of shit. Fucking piece of shit government we've got going on here. It's the goddamn truth, the godly truth. Because you guys, obviously your God sticks together, and that's why you're attacking my God. And my God is a loving God that loves everybody in a different way. They've always got something to offer to society, but I don't have anything to offer to society. That's why they steal from me. So you take from me. That's my offerings. That $400 or $500 phone that I can't find no more, that's my offering to the Lord. It's my offering to your local society. That's how it is. So there you go. And all those poodles. And you can rack up the price on that to triple what I fucking deem they're worth, which is priceless, bitch. You can't fucking afford to even offer me my fucking emotional stability back because y'all are fucked. You don't steal fucking pets from somebody like that. They were so fucking loved, and you know damn well how happy those puppies were. They were so fucking happy, and they were starved for a week before they even found anybody to come and take care of them because I was in fucking jail. So everyone knew that I had a house full of dogs. The society knew, and they just kept them locked with no fucking electric in the house in the middle of fucking, well, it was spring, but so at least there was that. At least they weren't fucking, it wasn't hot as fucking there. People are insane. I think it's hilarious. Like, you guys are all fucked. And then
Man, if you got puppies at the house, why are you getting yourself thrown in jail? That'd be my first question.
To do worse and worse and worse in my story so I can prove a point here and there. So I can prove that society is so fucked in the fucking ass, and you just allow rapists to get off on fucking all these dating apps. And
well, I'm looking at her background, and it looks like she's doing her best to cover it up, it looks like. But you can see it's like she's parked her car somewhere where she can rest. And she's just sitting in there with all her windows covered and just ranting and raving. Like, I imagine she would probably, like, if she was in a hotel room or something, she'd probably close all the blinds. And basically, yeah, she's in her own little world, her own little safe space, ranting and raving into a camera. Which I'm sure that does wonders for your mental health.
And all this shit, because that's where I met this asshole that raped me. Bumble. And you guys are going to tell me that my reality is not correct, that I don't see things precisely with my 20/20 vision, that I'm not seeing things with my photographic memory, that I'm not capturing it and understanding it. And all I did for many years, I just never spoke up about this trash because it was none of my business. But now everything's my goddamn business because it's impeding on my reality, which I just want to chill the fuck out. I want my own goddamn place. I want to cook for myself. I want enough to finance myself. I want to be able to have this baby and actually take care of it. I want my daughter back. I want my puppies back. What the fuck is wrong with people? And yeah, it wouldn't matter if they couldn't breed ever again. It wouldn't fucking matter. I wasn't trying to breed them into fucking non-existence. I actually stopped them many times from trying to procreate because I didn't want them having any problems. So those dogs were very well maintained, even if I didn't take them in for dental cleanings or things like that. Those dogs always had their shots because I gave them that. And I understood that they needed activity. They were always playful. They always had their little snacks and treats all the time. And we took naps together on the couch. That was the only love, unconditional love I've ever had. And, in pets, they need you in that way. But sometimes it's like they show you that you're just, I don't know. You people are so crazy. The reality that I live in Hot Springs, Arkansas right now, and the dating apps and everything, and how you guys allow these people to get away with murder, the murder of a soul, and you just allow it. You're just like, I'm going to allow it. I have a dick too. I'm allow it. Wow. That's so sad. Men are so sick. They're so mentally ill. A majority of them are so mentally ill. Wow. And you guys say that I'm mentally ill because I snap at people all the time without getting to know them on a personal level. And it's like, no, I see a few attributes about you, and there's nothing that I like about you that would get me engaged enough to actually like you. That's how it is. That's why that fucking rapist wanted, like, so badly, he wanted me. And I told him, I was like, no, thank you. Like, I really don't like you. Like, your teeth are disgusting. So, I wanted to like him, like all the things that he was bullshitting me with. But, you can't really get to know somebody until you really get to know somebody. And the fact that he left me like this, pregnant with his child, and just hasn't responded whatsoever, even though I approached him prior to, filing charges, he ignored me. He wanted nothing to do with me. So I want nothing to do with him in my reality also. And that's why I filed the charges. And that's why I am fucking with him psychologically by sending him messages still. Because fuck it. Why does he fucking...
So she admits to engaging in psychological warfare. Same stuff that I do, but to people who deserve it. You see, I think we do have some similarities here. And I notice sometimes in the way she speaks or whatever, some of the things I would say. Especially when watching some of Adonis Paul's videos, she's talking about how I will crush people. I will devour them. Like, that's the sort of stuff I would say to a lol cow. So, maybe she does have similar mental malfunctions to what I have. Although, she's way worse off than I am.
He doesn't read them. He doesn't give a shit. If he read that shit, he would understand that shit. But no, they don't read it. They don't give a fuck about individuals but themselves, narcissists. That's the majority of the people that run this country and are forced into the military and the fucking police academies and whatever. You're all crazy. You're all out for yourselves and no one else. And you're not here for your fucking government whatsoever. Because if you understood, your government also includes all of us. Includes all of us that are there to either support or reject you. And if we reject you and you're crazy, you're going to take it out on us anyway. You're going to be like, oh, we better snuff you out. Better kill you and your kids. You're going to end up getting killed and your kids too. Because that's actually the mentality that doesn't survive. So whatever. Nobody listens to Leticia. And that's why she gets dick pics at fucking 3 o'clock yesterday morning, 3:35 in the fucking morning, and pissed her off. All that led to this today. And it's not even that. It's everything accumulated. It's everything. It's the fact that I can't pay my bills. It's the fact that I keep getting harassed sexually. Like, leave me alone. I go around dressed like this. The fuck is wrong with you? Do you think I want to be fucking sexually harassed? I just want to stab them. I want to stab them. Like in the throat or in the eye or in the dick. Mostly just the dick. But I just want to stab them. There's no reason. There's no reason. Don't talk to me. It's right in the fucking throat. Don't look at me. Right in the fucking eyes. Don't fucking get your fucking heart on for me. Get away from me. I want nothing to do with that piece of shit. You think that it matters to me? Ugh, disgusting. Men need to know their place, and that's way beneath the fucking trash. You're all fucking trash. But no, we got testosterone. We got to beat the shit out of each other so we know who runs what and who owns what and this owns what and this is what and this owns me and blah 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 blah.
What's wrong with having testosterone? You know, I've done a lot of research into what happens when testosterone levels get lowered, because that's happening in our world right now. Testosterone levels are on the decline. Basically, it turns men into like these depressed, weak, like a man without his testosterone eventually gets to a point where his penis is basically nothing. Like, it's shriveled up. It's useless. Okay, it kills them. It basically makes them into husks. So I'm sorry, but like the bad effects, quote unquote bad effects of testosterone are far outweighed by the negative effects of shit. I fucked up that sentence, didn't I? The positive effects of testosterone are far outweigh the negative effects of low testosterone.
Blah. Men and their nonsense. Fucking nonsense. All right, everyone have a blessed day. February 15th, 2022. Bye-bye.
All right, I was looking up that clip, by the way, that you told me to look up, and I think I'm going to pull that up and we'll read it real quick, or we'll watch it real quick. I'm trying to read the description here. Oh, this is all just a copyright thing. Okay. Let's see. Let's do it.
Jesus. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
I do a better job, and that's the thing is I'm just up here.
Oh, someone asked, have I studied psychology? I've looked into it, that's for sure. I'm not exactly college educated or anything, but I do a lot of reading in my free time.
Getting used, you guys, and this is how I truly feel. I'm just gonna fucking flat out say it. I lost my fucking platform. We all know that. I never needed a co-host. I never wanted one. I still don't need one, or particularly want one. It just happened.
No, I'm not speeding this up, by the way. This is the video.
Shit falls into place sometimes. Anyways, I feel like CJ, he says, oh, it was such a big risk taking you on. Well, then why'd you ask me to do it? Because I'm pretty sure your number, there was no risk. The only risk is what? Your channel grows. I convince people to fucking like you in the public eye again, which I feel like I did a pretty good job at. Oh, I will. I'm gonna keep this live, and I'm gonna see. We'll take names. I'm telling you that people warn me. Bottom line, people fucking warn me. I always gotta learn it for myself. I learn for my fucking self with this one. I feel like I got taken advantage of. I sat there, I helped him grow. I wanted to take it more seriously. He never fucking did. Every time we go live, you can go back into the history of all of them. Oh, we're gonna do a schedule. This was said for 6 months and never fucking happened. You know what I mean? And then the last live that we were together, he said, all right, we'll go live tomorrow. And I said, okay. I literally texted him the next day, what time are we going live? He never responded back. I texted him the day after that, when we going live. He never responded back. Then finally, I just sent him a message like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You've been MIA, you're ghosting me, you haven't paid me. Like, whatever. He's like, you know what? I'm fucking done with you. Then you're unprofessional. I was like, you know what? You want to hear about unprofessional? And I let loose. I was like, so I'm fucking done with you. Pay me and we'll be done. That's it. You finally paid me. We're done.
Well, none of this surprises me. All of this is in character. I think he's done this before to people. So, I don't understand what she was expecting. But let us continue. I'm pretty sure he actually went to court over the fact he owed people money, and he lost. Yeah, Harvard Chickie and all that. So, like he tends to promise people money and all that he can't that he doesn't give them. It's very much still in character so far.
I thought, you know, he helped me out because I didn't have a platform, and I appreciate him, you know, wanting to be a co-host or whatever, especially in a time where I need to get the word out. But at this point, what's it fucking matter, dude? Whatever. I mean, what's it really matter? We all know this channel's going to go down and rest. I really need to get my main channel back and quit fucking with the dumb shit. And I hope to do that this year. That's my goal. And I know you guys, I get it. I want to roll my eyes at myself too, but I can't give up hope. I can't, okay? Times you and Hussey the bonus. I like Hussey. I like being on live with Hussey. I mean, even in the couple times I've been live with Hussey, we're pulling in more numbers and shit. It's not even about it. There's better camaraderie. What is it? Not camaraderie. When you talk to someone, like, yeah, chemistry maybe. I don't know the word, but we bounce off each other better. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. I'm gonna go over to Hussey today, but next time you better bring his ass to my channel. You better bring it. And with no offense, and he's all, you know, CJ's like, oh, you're such a fucking risk and all this shit. Well, I hate to tell you, the people who I want to bring, he has a different caliber of fucking person that he wants to bring on, and I'm not saying whatever. It's just a different caliber. The people that I want to bring, they'd be like, dude, CJ, you know, shit like that. The moment I go over to Hussey, everybody's like, hey, I'll go live with you. I'll go live with you. You know what I mean? I just now started doing the StreamYards. They can come live here now. I finally figured it out, you know. And for years and years, I could never figure out the lives where I could have a panel. Now I can do that. So, but all I'm saying is the people that I want to bring up that interest, we have different interests. Is basically what I'm trying to say at the end of the day. People that he find entertaining, I do not find entertainment value.
Actually, having a panel on your live is really easy if you use StreamYards. I just want to say, I mean, you can do that from your phone. The fact that she said it took her years and years, man, that makes you look really dumb.
I don't want it done and I'm fine. He said he took on so many risks doing lives with me and shit. Not hurt my fucking feelings. Like, why the fuck did you ask me to do it in the first place then, you know? Sorry, I was reading text. Yes, please hit the like button. It goes back. I think when people say that like he was like a predator, I don't see that in CJ. I don't. I will hold for. I don't see that in him. Like that in that way, I think he's a decent dude. But I also think, bottom line, what do I think? I think that he's on drugs. I think it's taken over him. I think, and I know this is the case, and I know he knows it too. I mean, you'd be a dumbass if you don't see that. I mean, we're not talking about a bunch of teenagers here, like speculating. Like, we're all adults. We've all been through it. We've seen addict behavior. It is what I ain't judging him. I'm not saying that. No, it would have been nice if we would have got fucking together. We would have only made more money and made a bigger thing, and he would have had more drug money, honey. I would have had more bill money, honey. More whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I think, and this is my opinion. I don't know. I'm not sitting in his fucking bedroom watching him or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? But I think he has a drug problem. That's why I think he goes for a couple days. That's why I think he'll come up with some excuse like, oh, there was something wrong. There was something wrong with AdSense. Yeah, more trouble with AdSense this year than I did in fucking 7 years I dealt with them. Okay.
I mean, I personally don't care about a person's drug use, drug problem, or whatever. You know, I care more about their actions, especially the actions they take on their YouTube channel. Now, if the drug use is relevant to that and they think it's what's causing it, then I would bring it up. But just someone saying that, oh yeah, they get money on YouTube and they spend it on, I don't know, cocaine, meth, crack, whatever that YouTuber's drug of choice is. I mean, some of these YouTubers, they may not be exposed for it yet, but they're definitely on something. There's no way some of these YouTubers get as, shall we say, agitated, unless they're on meth or something to that effect. Some sort of amphetamine, an upper.
Okay. So I don't get it. A lot of things didn't add up. Last time we had the big fucking fight, I said, CJ, I want the screenshots of the breakdown. No, I don't want a screenshot of, oh, wait, that fucking dollar amount. Give me the normal one that you're seeing on your end. He could never, even after that big debacle, still to this day, never gave me the fucking breakdown. I just said, fuck it, he's not going to do it because obviously he would have shown me unless there was like something that he's trying to hide. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I like him. I think deep down, I do think he's a decent guy. I just think he's got himself fucked around right now. And like any addict, he's gonna go on to his fucking, you know, rationalize and justify. But to me, you want to know what it boils down to? Call me a selfish motherfucker, whatever. There's no denying it. I like the booze, okay? I've been in different stages of how I booze in my life. But damn it, you gotta get your shit together enough to fucking produce money. We had a great day in there for a minute, and it could only went bigger if he just would have fucking stuff to his schedule. That's my fucking major complaint. And quit telling people we're gonna go live or we're gonna do a VIP and then not do it. Because you're making both of us look bad. Especially looks bad, but we're promising to go live at like 11 o'clock in the morning. You're nowhere to be found, but yet there I am sitting on my channel fucking smoking cigarettes and talking shit. You know, it's just kind of like, obviously we see who the problem is here, because one's online, the other one's not. What do you guys want me to fucking do? You know, I'm going to be live regardless. If he lets it down and don't let him fuck it, I'll just go live on my own shit. That's it. Listen, and I know I don't got my shit together, but you got to think, Miss Fucking Wonderful is telling you to get your shit together. Come on, that says a lot. I'm not out here fucking judging people and shit. I'm a fucking man.
Wow, that does says a lot. If Miss Fucking Wonderful is telling you to get your shit together, that says a lot. Wow. At least that's the most self-aware thing I've ever heard a lolcow say.
Not a train wreck anymore. I think I've jumped off the train. I'm still a fucking mess, but you're going down that train wreck fucking avenue, dude. And he knows what I'm saying is true, why it fucking bothers him so bad.
Informative. Certainly good to know, that's for sure. Alright. Now after that small interlude, I think we should head into her actually talking to the detective. Now, Love Notes for TLC, Letitia Collins, called up the detective about her false rape allegations. Now, the video I watched last time was actually her reaction to the talk with the detective. So we're kind of doing this in reverse order. But this is the phone's in the video and everything. Discussion with the detective over an allegedly falsified rape report. This one's going to get intense. Yeah, I think this one's going to be the one that will really show just how far gone she is, because if she has like a panic attack, it'll be now, right? If she doesn't have a panic attack now, then those panic attacks are fake, because this should be the most stressful thing she has ever gone through.
I'm so sorry. It was attached to my car phone. Who is this?
Don't worry, this is Sergeant James Boothman, that No Police Department.
Yes.
I was following up with you. You called to dispatch for records. Want to speak with the detective about a warrant that you have?
Yes, there's a warrant apparently out for my arrest for falsifying a rape report, but that is just an allegation. So I was wondering what the status of that was. Because when I filed for rape on December 29th, they had told me that they were going to do their best to find the person. And then they turned around. I actually had to call your department, and they notified me that I had allegedly falsified the rape report, which I had spoke to numerous people, and they had asked me, well, wasn't there an investigation done, since, your doctor could even back up the fact that, my gynecologist could back up the fact that it was indeed rape. I had tried to go to the emergency room 5 days after the incident, and because of the overwhelming amount of people in the waiting room, I didn't want to sit and wait any longer. So I left before actually filing the report 5 days after the incident. And I figured that the men would just get their karma, the two men that were involved in the circumstance that left me pregnant. So now I'm 6 months pregnant, and I'm not sure. I called your department to see what the status of this was, because even when I had looked up online to see the warrant, it does not state that I have an outstanding warrant in Bentonville, Arkansas. So I wanted to see what the update was for this entire circumstance, since I haven't seen the man since that day. I was around him for approximately 12 hours total. We didn't have a relationship. We weren't involved at all. And when I met him, he had known that I was on collecting disability due to my post-traumatic stress disorder and mental, distortions, as well as homeless for the last 2 years. So I just want to know why there would even be an alleged falsified report from my perspective, because I've never done that prior. This is the first time I've ever tried to clarify that these instances were rape, because of the fact that we had conceived, because there was a child involved after that point when I had filed for the rape.
Well, it's like kidnapping, man. It's the first 48 hours. And see, I see notice she's wearing that donated shirt again. Even in this video, she's trying to solicit money. Maybe trying to build a legal fund. Fight the charges.
29th, I had actually even told the father of the child, when I found out, hey, I'm pregnant, is there anything? And there was no response. So this is clearly rape. And I'm not sure what to do or say about this, because now I'm nervous. It's been 6 months.
Hello, Intuitive, and no. Even her description of it in the previous stream was not anywhere near that.
I have 3 months left, and I have no home still. I've been living out of my car for 2 years. They knew that, these men involved. So I'm not sure what to say or do, and where to find or seek resources, because every time I turn here and there, people apparently, because of this, because there is no actual report for the rape, don't want to believe that this was domestic violence due to sexual abuse.
Okay, I just have a couple of questions for you.
Yes.
And when you're talking about 2 men, what are their names?
The first name was Thomas. He was in Jacksonville, Arkansas. And I only knew him, he was in the Air Force. I met him one evening. He said that I would be safe with him. He kept me up until 5 a.m. We played Monopoly. He forced himself on me. And that was
We played Monopoly. He forced himself on me. I mean, she's very casual about this. The detective at this point is got to be very like, wow, okay. That's clear who we're dealing with here. Now, I don't think the detective is aware of that this is all going to be recorded, but still, though. She seems to have no problem telling people she records things. Like, she was screaming at her ex-husband that she was recording, so we may hear her tell him at some point. I'm curious if his demeanor will change.
the last day of my menses. So when I got up to use the restroom, I had a lot of discharge. So I presume it's probably not his child, although the incidences happened 2 days apart. That was it, December 2nd and December 4th. So the incident that I tried to file, Jason Wallace, that's the one I presume is the father. He's former military, I guess, or so I was told. And then I was also told by one of your detectives that that had nothing to do with them filing or not, his status in the military. But
So I have another question for you. So Jason Wallace. So, and then you talk about, I wasn't investigating officer, I was Detective Andrew Corbett. But he's out of town until, I think, Monday.
Okay.
But I'm able to help you out today, so I didn't get a chance to talk to you. So I may have to ask you a few more questions. When you say you were raped, what does rape mean to you?
It means
different things to different people.
It means that during the time with Jason Wallace, I was asleep. I was not able to consent. And you could see from all of the messages prior through the dating app as well as my phone that I had no intention of getting intimate with this person. I've been homeless for 2 years and I've been off birth control for 6 years. I was very cautious about not fornicating with random men. So I was asleep. He penetrated me. Then that initiated that initial rape. That's what I consider rape. because I had no time to consent. And even when he ejaculated all over my abdomen, he asked me, I was just waking up, and he said, do you want a rag? And that's all I really remember clearly. So by the time I had awoke, the next morning, I started crying, and he told me in that moment, you're making me feel bad. So I said, if you feel bad, that's your own conscience talking to you. And I rolled over and fell asleep because I thought, since he's former military, he's probably going to get away with this. I'm very sad right now. This is very distorted. So by the time I woke up that following morning, I presumed that I was going to build up some integrity or some dignity within myself. And I decided I would ask him to have sex with me. Since he'd already done it.
Yeah, that's a hell of a thing to just admit to the detective. So you let your rapist have sex with you right after he raped you. That's a good way to just get your defense thrown out.
Already done the deed. So by the second time, I consented. I know that that was consensual, but honestly, I don't do that stuff. When I end up forced into doing it, then I have loose sort of morals at that point.
Letitia, when she plays Monopoly, expects the person she's playing with to move her pieces for her. How much do you want to bet?
I've already detached. I've already been frustrated, you know. So that secondary time wouldn't have happened had he not penetrated me the first time, because I know how to keep my integrity intact as a single woman that has been off of birth control for 6 years. So, yeah, and it's all documented through my gynecological records as well, that I wasn't seeking to fornicate that day.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
I was just kind of looking through the report. You guys always have communications back and forth. Do you remember telling him in communication that Jason, that he needed to be involved with you, or if he wasn't, you were going to file a rape report against him?
I had already tried to initiate rape the 5 days afterward. Okay. I told him, normally I don't have sex with people. This isn't okay. And I said, are you not going to do anything? Are you not going to respect me as being that, you know, because he forced himself on me the first time. Regardless of what I had said afterward, I still suffer from distortions as well because of my post-traumatic stress disorder of the complex kind. So why didn't anyone see it from my perspective? I had already been emotionally distraught from him having penetrated me without my consent. Of course, I was going to be confused. I was going to be thoughtful in that manner of saying, well, maybe he just wanted to do it with me. Maybe this is just a one-time thing. Maybe I should give him the benefit of the doubt and give him the opportunity to correct this before I actually tell everyone, hey, guess what? Clearly I was raped. So then I didn't know. We didn't know I was pregnant. So then finally, a few weeks after that, I went in for some strange discharge and found out that I was pregnant. And now all of a sudden I'm 6 months along and they're still not correcting this issue. They're still looking at it as if I was seeking this out, when in actuality, I have 3 months left to find a suitable housing for this child, or it's going to be taken from me. So I don't understand.
I mean, you just threatened to take a coat hanger to yourself in the other video. So, I mean, is that such a bad thing?
You know why?
Situation. So let me explain to you how the warrant process works.
Right.
Once the warrant's issued, right, you just need to take care of it. So are you able to drive at all?
Yes, that's where I live. I live in my vehicle. I have for 2 years now.
Are you able to drive to Bentonville, Arkansas? Because you could just turn yourself in, and I don't know what the bond would be or anything like that, but
why would I do that when in actuality they didn't do that to the actual rapist? I didn't see that there was a warrant issued for his arrest. I didn't see that he carried out time. So now why are they
charge? They did not file that case.
Okay. So all of a sudden now I've allegedly falsified a rape report, and they want to make sure that I serve my time, which makes no sense. I'm pregnant. I'm already going through enough stress. I only filed because of the fact that I was pregnant, because normally I let men get away with this kind of shit. I have my entire life. That's why I was abused by my father and brother growing up, and nobody filed a report when I went in when I was 18 years old. So I don't understand why this continually happens to me. Nobody actually believes my perception, and I'm not sure if it's because I have a heightened vocabulary, if people presume that I'm trying to manipulate the situations, when in actuality, no. I've been in therapy off and on since I was 12 years old. I know the differences. I'm not making up any allegations. This is clearly rape. He has not contacted me whatsoever. The only notification I received after I actually filed and everything, after we found out that I was pregnant, because apparently he was getting my messages. For months, he was receiving my messages, and I started harassing him. I didn't know if he was getting any of them.
Just casually admit to harassing him. Harass. Use that word. Harassing. Not. You couldn't have even used any other word. You know, any other word in your advanced vocabulary. Okay, harassing. Not. So I started. I don't know. Badgering. Badgering would have worked. Badgering is not a crime. So I started taking him to task. That's not a crime. Nah, harassing. But hey, maybe this is her being honest. This is her telling the truth. At least as she sees it.
And he messaged me back on March 9th stating, "Don't contact me. There's a warrant out for your arrest. I get clearly you want to have that child in prison," because he was going to file for harassing communications against me. So does any of this sound normal to you? Does any of this sound, kosher in your perspective? Because that seems a little off.
I know very little. I don't know both sides of the story. I can just kind of read a little bit out of a couple of different narratives. So
right.
I wouldn't want to speculate, but I'm just here to help you out on the warrant, right? So the easiest thing to do is just come turn yourself in.
Why would I want to serve?
You have the baby, right?
Why would I want to serve a warrant when I know clearly I'm not in the wrong for it? I know clearly, we all know clearly, due to the fact that I've been alone and keeping to myself and continually traumatized yet thereafter. I went to my doctor's appointments, but now I'm refusing to because I realize that the system is not out to help me as an individual. They're out to hurt me because I'm technically a disabled homeless citizen. So they wouldn't want to place efforts into an individual like me because I obviously don't make efforts into paying taxes in a local community. So I don't understand why I would have to serve time, more trauma to me, more trauma to the child inside of me, that I'm going to have to relinquish anyway upon, expelling it from my body. So I'm not sure why I would want to serve that. Why? And then when I called to make an appointment.
I mean, if you don't want to serve it, your best bet's to skip town. I mean, I don't know why you're over here doing this. I mean, just because you want it to go away doesn't mean it will. I mean, unless you have additional evidence, this whole thing is kind of a waste of time.
To speak with an attorney about this, they stated that I had to go in and they had to actually issue the warrant, which then they would grab me up at that moment. How does that make any sense to you? Do you think that if it were you in this circumstance, clearly you had no one to turn to, no family, no friends, you've been living out of your car, you kept to yourself for 2 years, would you want to turn yourself in? Would that make you feel good? Would that make you feel like clearly the world around you cares for you?
Yes, I would turn myself in if I had a warrant.
But if the warrant, of course, was an allegation. So if you were getting placed,
every charge in Arkansas, no one is guilty when they're arrested. They just have probable cause to arrest and probable cause to charge them with something. Just because you're being charged with something and arrested on a warrant, an issued citation, or however they handle that warrant, doesn't mean you're guilty, right? You're not guilty until you're found guilty by a judge or a jury, right? So that's all we're saying when we issue a warrant. It's not saying that you're guilty. It's just saying if there was probable cause to charge you with this offense, which was filing a false police report.
So you believe that it's clearly in your right to enforce the will upon a pregnant woman, but you don't enforce the will upon a rapist because you didn't do this to him. You didn't offer a warrant for his arrest so that he could serve time, so that he could think about what he's done. No, I have to think about getting impregnated. That's what you're doing. You have to sit me out, give me a timeout to realize I should have never shown up at that location and trusted this man. Because I have all the proof of all the documents stating, are you sure it's going to be safe for me? I don't want, like, we're not going to have sex. Yes, I read your profile. We're not going to have sex with each other. Really? Okay, cool. And then he fucked me in the middle of the night. So I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. From my perspective, someone that is suffering from copious amounts of trauma and has her entire life, and I'm trying to relay this as eloquently as possible and as accurately as possible, so that other people understand that this is just more stress upon the fetus and worse off for the mother as well, when she's got warrants placed on these records, placed on these falsified allegations toward her, and then she's seeking help and she can't, because she's got all these copious amount of records stating otherwise, stating that she has offended people, offended those individuals, and needed to be placed.
That would prove that you were innocent, or show you didn't do this. I think you should bring it to us and bring it to our attention and come up here when you take care of the warrant and talk about it.
Isn't
that's the only advice I can give you right now. I don't think there's anything else that I can do for you. Is there anything else?
What evidence?
He's trying to end the conversation because at this point she's just going in circles.
Aside from, like, I told them my gynecological records, aside from that, what else proof do you need to turn this around and place the efforts toward the real criminal in this circumstance? I mean, what do you need from me? My blood, sweat, and tears. And I'm not trying to be facetious. I mean, I am, yes. I'm not trying to make it too humorous, because I know I make people laugh about this stuff because it's true. It's horrifyingly, dark humor in that way. How could this even be happening to me? All I was clearly trying to do was regulate the situation, understanding he had clearly raped me, and understanding that I was stupid in giving him the benefit of the doubt at any point. So now I'm trying to hold back tears in discussing this to you and telling you that clearly I'm scared.
It doesn't look like it to me that she's holding back tears. Nothing about her body language has changed at all.
I don't want to go to your Bentonville. And and I know I'm 30.
It looks like she's trying to summon up tears. Like, right, if you look at her eyes, nothing's coming out. But it looks like she's really trying, though.
4 years old. But being that I suffered through sexual trauma growing up, it's difficult for me to convey my emotions without letting them fly off the handle at times.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you. And the fact is you have that warrant, and there's nothing that.
Well, Intuitive, that's a good point, because she was having she's got such bad panic attacks. She couldn't even move her car. She was having such a bad panic attack. Now she's on the phone, like, having probably the worst conversation of her life, and she's completely fine. She seems, if anything, she seems like angry, indignant. And yeah, now she's entering her manipulative ego stage.
To be done until it's taken care of, right? You have to take care of that warrant, whether it's tomorrow or 2 weeks, 2 months. I mean, it's going to be out there, right? And the Red Link Federal warrants, we exercise statewide, and we also exercise within 250 miles of Denville. So, are you still living in Hot?
Like, look at her. Looks like, if anything, like she's squinting her eyes, not really blinking much, trying to make herself start to cry, so that way she can get a better reaction for the camera.
No, I live in my vehicle and I've been traveling through the U.S.
Oh, where are you right now?
Missouri, St. Louis.
Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri. Okay. Maybe there's.
Like, look at her. She's not blinking. That's how she's making her eyes start to water, by just holding. That's cheating. You're not crying if you can just hold your eyes open for long periods of time. I could make myself cry too.
Some place there that you can get help.
As in?
Yeah, yeah.
As in, what type of help are you relaying?
Now she's starting to blink.
referencing?
Well, it sounds like you need some legal aid, right? Or at least need an attorney. And
How when I have no finances for it?
say again.
How when I have no finances for it? Do you not realize I'm living out of my vehicle?
I mean, there's attorneys available at no cost to you.
But I've tried to get that in Bentonville, and they told me that I had to have an actual warrant served first. So that doesn't make any
But you
sense.
have a warrant, so you're going to be able to get that done.
Why would I want to serve a warrant that makes no sense to me? Why would I want to serve a warrant that is inaccurate? And I would understand if these things were actually true. But a majority of the time, I get messed over, like what happened in my ex-husband's case and everything. Um, which you don't understand, you wouldn't know unless you did the research on me and understanding that he got one over on me, clearly, not one, but many times. Um, that's why I try to relay my story openly and honestly and accurately through social media now, because none of this makes any sense. None of it. I don't understand why, as the victim, I don't actually get the appropriate amount of help that I should.
Well, I think the best thing that you can do is just come turn yourself into the police department, and maybe we can talk about it a little further.
But I'm frightened to. I don't know what lies beyond that. What type of charges I'm going to be forced to have to face, and how much money I'm going to have to. And I understand that, but I don't have the money to bond myself out, and I don't have any individuals that would bond me out, and I don't want to sit in jail so they can starve me again.
They're not going to starve you. You just won't be eating enough to maintain your current body weight. I'm curious how you're able to be homeless and still weigh this much, because I've seen some of her videos. Even before the kid, she still was very heavy set.
Well, I don't know what your bond's going to be right until you see a judge or you work something out with the prosecutor's office. But the best thing you can do, though, is just turn yourself in.
Why do I want to laugh hysterically about that? I don't find this humorous at all. It's not humorous. I feel as though it doesn't give me any clear answers. As a victim, I'm the one that's being, charged with all these things, and I'm like, I don't understand it. I'm just trying to comply. I'm trying to go along with it, but it's very frightening. And knowing that there's not going to be any rainbow at the end is frustrating.
But you can kind of see how it looks on probably called Facebook when you file a rape report, but then you find conversations where you talk about this person in a relation with you, and if they don't, you're going to file that police report. Do you understand that?
And that is not in the wrong. If a woman is confused and she knows he's not going to get in trouble in the first place, that's why I didn't file. But then when there was a baby involved, I had to file for everyone in these circumstances. That's not okay. To just let a man get away with it, to let him get away with murder, knowing clearly that I was going to have mental distortions due to it. That's why I refrained from having sex. So when he forced himself on me, he should have done something. And if you don't have any statutes in place for that, to hold a man to his, integrity, to hold a man to all of that, then why would you do it to the woman, especially while pregnant, especially while she's hormonal?
Yeah, she keeps reverting back to this, I'm a disabled citizen, or I'm pregnant, with a rape baby defense. I mean, this has been going for 21 minutes, man, and all she's done is repeat the same points.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, you've been very helpful. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. These people are clearly deranged. Clearly. I did not seek out to hurt anybody in this circumstance, but then I'm still hurt by it.
How do they not see that I didn't want to file anything because I don't care? He was going to get his karma regardless for hurting me. Everyone does. But that's not okay. The fact that I have to sit out and they're gonna starve me because I'm vegan. It took them 4 days to give me food the last time I was in jail out of a 5-day stay. I don't understand this. And then they're like, oh, well, we'll treat you better. We'll give you 2 mats. I don't want to be in jail. I'm not one of those fucking trash ass people that do fucking shit. And especially don't get caught by it. What the fuck? That is not okay.
Showing up to your ex-husband's house is very trashy.
Like I would place myself in jeopardy.
Like some full-on trailer park trash shit.
Like that, knowing you people are sick. That's why I do these videos. That's why I fucking share this shit, because you people are sick. Today is June 10th, 2022. I am 28 weeks along today. And it makes no sense. None of this makes any sense. I'm very angry. I'm very frustrated. Like, you understand why I have to put this on film, right? You have to understand this makes no sense. You have to see it. What you're doing to me. Obviously, I didn't want shit from him afterward. And then I told him 5 days afterward, like, you're not even gonna say anything about that? Like, you're just gonna rape me and just wander off? Like, that's clearly not okay. And then I went in to try to do the rape fucking kit and shit, and no. And then because I didn't do it then, and I was like, oh, whatever, because I saw that man in full fucking military uniform. So I thought, okay, fine, whatever, they get away with this shit anyway. And then I have a baby out of it. And everybody's like, oh, congratulations. No. Fucking shut the fuck up. I have 3 fucking months left. If there's no place to have this kid, and if there's no father, I sure as fuck am not gonna support a child that is not fucking worth my efforts if it's not worth the father's efforts. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Clearly, something is fucking wrong. And you're gonna tell me I have to serve a warrant that doesn't even exist yet because you have to hand it to me first. And then once you hand it to me, then it's like free game. Like, there you go. We're gonna lock you up. It's not funny. It's not funny that you manipulate people's lives. It's not funny that you grab us up like that. It's not funny. My child hurts right now. I feel him hurting.
In her mind, this is all a joke. She's like, "But this isn't funny." Like, again, we moved on from her original argument of being a disabled citizen, and that she's being targeted, to now that this whole thing is a big prank on her.
Like, he moves around, it shifts, it's uncomfortable. I know he's in pain due to your stupidity. So, why does it matter? I'm just a homeless girl. I'm just disabled. No one cares about my story. That's why it's hilarious. That's why I put it all out there for everyone to fucking see, because it's like, yeah, this shit is not okay. Like, there is something clearly fucking wrong. And everyone tells me to buck up, buttercup, do your best, put more effort in, and people will actually, what, believe me? What the fuck? I've been trying my whole life to get people to see it from my perspective and to see it from, like, all of this. So why did I make phone calls? What time is it right now? 10 o'clock, 10:19. Why did I make phone calls? Just to upset me more. To know that there's no one out there that believes my allegations. Motherfucker fucked me while I was asleep. You couldn't even bother to wake me up, bitch. Like, you're a fucking pussy ass little fucking whore. That's what you are. And, like, I didn't even have time to fucking wake up. The fuck? No. I was told I was going to have a safe place to rest. There should have been no sex that fucking day. And that's why clearly this was supposed to be some miraculous fucking birth. But no, it's not. Instead, it's the opposite. It's just a fucking demon. It's just a fucking monstrous, fucking horrific fucking circumstances. And it's hilarious to me. Like, now you got the fucking, this is how I talk to people. This is why I get in trouble all the time. Because I'm too smart for my own goddamn good, and people hate that shit.
See, this is, again, she keeps saying she's smart. What has she done that's so smart? Nothing she's done has been in any way smart or calculated in any way. And, like, so far, the smartest thing I've seen her do is wear that donated shirt while doing all this crazy shit. Again, if this was all performance art, that part is smart. The problem is that it all blew up in her face, and now she's in jail.
Nobody wants to be talked down to. Nobody wants to be, contradicted in that way. And it's like, hold the fucking phone, bitch. The reason why I gave him a fucking few days was like, get your shit together, stupid bitch. What were you doing? You lied to me from the very beginning anyway. So the fact that they didn't even look into his fucking lifestyle, knowing that he lied to get me there and everything, knowing that he was just going to use me to fuck me, of course I knew you had other bitches on the side. Why the fuck do you think I know that's why you didn't come back to me, stupid ass? Even though you said it was tight. No, I understand. You already had fucking hoes, and then you tried to make me out to be one of those fucking whores. I'm done. People are so fucked. People are so
She just admitted it was falsified then, right there. Right there. She just admitted to the detective it was falsified. I mean, wow, Roger, you're right. She really did just hang herself this entire call.
goddamn fucked. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us
I see her militant atheism didn't last too long.
this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For the kingdom, the power, and the glory are yours, now and forever. Amen. Like, seriously, what the fuck? And this isn't doxing. What the fuck is this? This is just good reporting right here. Good relaying of actual events, live fucking as they fucking happen. And people are like, what the fuck, Leticia? No, I'm not lying about shit. This is how they fucking mistreat you, especially if you're undereducated. And that's just, they walk all over you. That's what they did with my circumstances with my ex-husband. Walked all over me because I was on so many psychiatric medications that I complied with every single thing they said. Signed every fucking piece of paper that got put in front of me. I'm telling you, that's exactly what fucking happened. And you expect me to be okay with this by now? I have 3 fucking months. And if nothing happens, this baby is going in the fucking trash. I'm done. I'm not fucking around with anybody. I'm not.
Now, at this point, the government really should be tracing her location. She just confessed to wanting to kill the baby. So, at this point, they should really be already tracking her down.
You people are deranged. You are obviously sick in the fucking head. You want me to suffer more and the child inside of me to suffer more. And you didn't fucking take care of this from the very beginning to know this girl's not okay. Like, she's disabled. Like, that's why she kept off of the birth control and stayed away from dicks. And that's how she was safe. Like, what the fuck? And you still don't understand it? You still don't get it from the fucking gynecological records? What proof do you want from me? Like I said, my blood, sweat, and tears? When you fucking have to take the baby, I'm not gonna cry. Fuck it. I'm not. Like, that's how it is. Like, this child's already cursed. I already told, like, I was texting Jason, but they're blocked. So finally, I'm like finally able to just talk to myself. That's how it is. Like, just sending messages about what's on my mind without having to get reprimanded for it. Or blah, blah, blah. No, shut the fuck up. I'm just having my fucking emotions. I use these fucking outlets just so I could relay my fucking true events and my feelings toward everything. So, sending him messages, and I told him the baby's name is going to be Thomas, after the first dude, Jason, after him, and the last name Servin, after my pedophilic father, who, obviously it's an honorable name, right? It's a perfect name for this offspring, because I'm not going to place efforts into it. I may feed it well. I may take good care of it. I may talk nice to it. But he knows he's fucked. He knows he's fucked from the conception. He already knew this baby. So, yeah, Thomas, Jason, Servin.
Well, Roger, I would say after hearing what we just heard, we saved that child a lifetime of pain and suffering. Fucking, I've never seen a more evil person than that. I mean, damn. I think that's every child's like worst nightmare. A parent that basically merely tolerates you, barely cares about you.
and cursed as fuck. Just all of it. Cursed as can be. And that's exactly what his name is going to be, because he doesn't deserve anything more than that. His fathers didn't allot him that. The government didn't allot him that. None of these people want to see clearly from my perspective how much overly stressed I am and how they could have helped. They could have offered me a place. No, they don't want to do that for trash like me. I'm a homeless, disabled citizen. What do they want to do? None of it. They want to kill me, honestly. They wish I would stop feeding off their system so they'd have more money for someone else. That's exactly what it's like. And it is actually the truth. People think I'm crazy for saying these things. What are you talking about? That's the actual truth. That's what's going on. Do you not see it? Are you blind to reality? That's hilarious. You're hilarious. You're all so fucking funny. My name is Leticia Collins, and I just wanted to relay my story as accurately as I possibly could, because I'm so sick of this world and all the pain I've had to fucking endure, having to expose these people for what they truly are, and no one sees it. No one fucking hears me. For years, as a child, I've been speaking out, preaching against this stuff. Yeah, I went to Catholic school. All these things, all true facts about me. And I just wanted to share my story before I try to fucking kill myself again, because I have numerous attempts under my belt, and the fact that they just harass me and all they do is fucking traumatize me more and more every fucking day does not help. So yeah, I just want to tell you what the US government does to us as citizens. And I hope that this reaches enough people so that they understand. Do not trust anyone. No, don't trust your government. Don't trust any of these people. Don't trust individuals. Don't trust anyone you meet online, over the phone. You don't know who the fuck you're talking to. All these electronics, everything.
That's some good advice, Letitia, because you never know when you're talking to another Letitia, or a queen, or a Charles Manson. I would put them all in the same camp.
So that's why I try to engage. I try to capture it on film. Hey, guess what? I'm not lying about this shit. Hey, guess what? If you were going through this, you'd understand too. They're fucked. They're so fucked. They're so goddamn fucked. They are. And like, who does that to people? Not anybody that's sane. Not anybody that's there to help people. No, they're there to hurt us. They're there to keep us controlled, to keep us under their thumb. And that's why everything leads to me being homeless, having no money, because it's not like I was doing anything wrong. It's just that I wasn't doing things the right way, their way, in their systems, in their, format. So I went a little bit, colored outside the lines, and I get reprimanded more harshly than these people who color outside the lines but hide it well. They do all kinds of fucked up shit. Pedophiles get away with all kinds of shit. These rapists get away with everything. I mean, now you can see why I try so hard to get my story out there. Why I try so hard for people to see what I have to fucking deal with every single fucking day. And how I just put a smile on my face and I keep going, because that's how it should be, right? Fuck you people. June 10th, 2022, Leticia Collins Servin.
Alright, that's a hell of a way to sign off. Now, we do have one more video. A video that I actually think may be our most hilarious one yet. She is going to get arrested in the shower for her false rape allegation.
Yes, you're startling me. I'm not sure what's going on. I haven't even showered today, so
Again, we've got the police being reasonable. Again, her whole channel is a real Back to the Blue style advertisement, because every single interaction she has with the police is too nice, too good. Like, she keeps bringing up her she's mixed race and everyone mistreats her. mean, that's her actual interactions that she filmed with the police do not back up her claim.
I don't understand why. What felony warrants are you talking about, sir? And what's your name?
You're going to get dressed and come out of that stall so we can take you to custody, or we're going to drag you out naked and handcuffed, okay? I don't want to do that.
Hey, unlock the door right now.
I'm rinsing off.
Unlock the freaking door.
Is that how you're gonna speak to someone that's disabled and pregnant?
Unlock the door. We're going to come in and get you.
Why would you act this way? For what warrants? I need to know. I need to know what warrants. And I was raped.
Okay, well, listen, I'm not going to put a warrant on you, okay?
Either you unlock it or we're coming in and we're going to get you naked. So you have a choice to get dressed and come out like a decent woman, or we're going to come in and get you
Hey, you're
naked.
getting resisting arrest like as we speak.
This is resisting arrest.
Get some clothes on so you can be decent.
I have to rinse my hair. I have conditioner in my hair. How are you gonna do that to people? For what? If they're-
Yeah, the cops are. You're just racking up charges. I mean, yeah. Even the cops are trying to help you out. They're trying to tell you, man, just come on out. At least they're letting you get dressed. I mean, in some places they won't. They'd be like, come on out, and they'll just arrest you naked.
Okay, I don't care.
I mean, I've seen so many police raids where they just drag people out in their underwear, right out of bed.
I really don't care.
Unlock the door and I'll let you get dressed.
You guys are acting crazy. I'm not even resisting arrest.
You are refusing to submit to arrest?
I was wet and naked and soapy.
All this over a rape report that's actually not falsified. Thank
Hey,
you.
I'm not saying it's guilty to you, but you have a warrant.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because that's rational whatsoever.
Okay.
To harass the victim while she's naked in the shower.
Listen, I know all about this. I get you. Okay, I understand your philosophy. You don't have any position to, okay?
Right, like I haven't been degraded enough.
Well, some of that is because of your own action.
My own actions of what, sir?
Like not getting dressed and making a business when you're naked.
You came in, you barged in while I was naked. What's the purpose of that?
Obviously, you don't understand the profession of law enforcement and what we do.
And what did I do? I didn't do any criminal activities. Always so violent. Everybody.
It doesn't have to be violent as long as you comply with what you're saying.
I've complied plenty in my life. Thank you.
You're off to a very bad start.
Okay, bad start. After 15 years of living down here and being assaulted by officers, being forced to offer fellatio to whatever Matt from fucking, yeah.
That's coming from someone with charged with falsifying a police report, so I apologize if I don't believe you.
Right. Because I falsified.
That's coming from someone with a falsified police report. Sorry if I don't believe you. Wow. What a base detective.
Report about a baby that I'm not going to end up keeping. Perfect. That's wonderful. Like I would want a baby while I'm homeless. That makes perfect sense. I was doing fine for nearly 2 years homeless in my vehicle. Not doing anything, not harming anyone, and then I get raped and speak about it, and I'm the one that's violated more. Yes, it is. It doesn't also change the fact that you're distorting this child through the abuse that you're causing.
You're not going to feel guilty. You don't make any sense. So.
Right, I don't make any sense. Thank God I clarify everything and record everything now, so people can understand.
Yeah, everything on record also.
Yeah, I know that. Why do you think I don't run? Why do you think I came back to this town? And I knew that there was someone somewhere that was gonna do something to do, you know, irrational aggression toward me, always, irrational aggression. Because what was I doing? Showering. Because I utilized a facility that is legal to
Also,
be.
you're banned from this, or revoking your membership, and all that back on the property. If you come back on the property somehow and you're being arrested for 2 felony warrants, you'll be arrested for trespass.
Okay, and I'll share this with other people.
Oh, wow. She's not even supposed to be here in the gym or whatever where she's at. She somehow got onto the property. So, wow, she came back to the town where she was wanted, broke into a place she wasn't supposed to be. She's now getting charged with trespassing as well as the 2 felony warrants. Wow. And again, she's smarter than us. She's really smart.
It doesn't matter. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Because I don't do anything, I don't violate anything, and I don't rob from anyone, and I just try my best to stay and avoid conflict.
You need to try better than your best. It's not your good enough. We're gonna talk to Vanderbilt and whatever, Vanderbilt and Fayetteville, you have a D felony and a C felony warrant, we're gonna see if they will come pick you up. They will not come pick you up. You won't even be going to jail, you will just be vacating the property voluntarily or going to jail.
What do I have in Fayetteville?
I don't know, we'll let you know when you come.
Always something.
It's always something with you, I agree.
I know.
I don't have anything else to say,
It's always something with you. I agree.
Because I call people out on their distortions.
I go there all the time, I don't get arrested. I don't get cars in on bus taking in the shower.
Maybe because you placed efforts into becoming a police officer prior to.
All right, open the door now, you're dressed.
Yes, ma'am.
Leticia,
Yes.
open up the door.
I'm opening it now after I gather my.
Well, you're gonna be asked to put your things down, or they're gonna be taken from you, so leave them there when you.
Oh, yeah, I know. You guys like to drag around pregnant women. That happened to me quite a few times.
A little bit of self-dignity and self-respect.
By what? By exposing what you've done to me throughout the years? Exposing how the system really works and how aggressive you people are as opposed to me?
Again, like, even her pregnancy is like a shield to protect her from criticism, from any kind of actual consequence.
Pretty sure that's how it works. Open up.
And that is where it ends. I must say, she is a character. And that is the last stream I had pulled up for today. It might be. I've heard one of the theories that she has some form of narcissism, and I think she definitely is, at least got a very high sense of self-worth. And that could explain a lot of her entitled behavior. Yeah, I find myself going back and forth with her. But I do think I have a pretty good understanding of the way she thinks now. She's very predictable. Like, it only took me about two parts and about 9 hours of watching her, plus a little bit of studying her in the Adonis Paul videos you linked, Roger, to pretty much figure her out. So I can I can join the club now of people predicting her actions. So, if anyone has any questions or anything to say before we go, now would be the time. I'm hoping the next time I come on here, I'll have somebody new, somebody interesting, somebody worthy of a proper investigation. Yes, you have, Roger. Yes, you have. And it turns out the more things change, the more they stay exactly the same. And actually, we need to just wait because we're in that period of time now where everybody is just sort of lying asleep until the next big thing steps onto the scene that stirs everyone up into a tornado. Then everybody will be focused on that. And if we're lucky, we may be the one who discovers that person. I have yet to find a part 2 to that video. I'm checking, and honestly, it's one of those things where a lot of her stuff has been deleted, and the rest of her stuff has either been privated or been struck. So, and yeah, she went to jail. Alrighty. With that in mind, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as is tradition. And I will see you next time.